Let's go.
All right.
We'll metal detect all over.
It's out of our
Aqualung.
system. No sorry, Nikki moms necessary. We're good to go.
Night is young.
Mhm.
Let's see here.
I'm doing a bathroom break before we begin.
Okay,
Oh.
then go for it.
Did we riff for long enough, Deborah? Was that a good enough amount of time to?
It's 8:22.
I told him he should have emailed you earlier to let you know you had to pick your spells because I was like, it would take me forever to get those spells.
So, Deborah, did you decide on them or? Are you
I
still
think
working
so.
on it? Okay. Don't let me rush you. Also, if you want to like hold off, then you just might not have them this game while you're working on them. But like, if you, I thought it would. Sorry, I probably should have told you earlier, but I thought it wouldn't be that hard because I figured I was like, there's only like 9 total spells to choose from. I figured you might already kind of know in your mind which spells you might want. So I apologize.
So, Jason, do you do damage specially to undead, or is it more like controlling?
No, I do no damage to undead. I either raise the undead or I take control of the undead. That's it.
Okay.
Damage.
So yeah, I know the ones I want to do.
Okay. So what's your first spell that you're gonna roll for?
I think the first one I'm gonna do is treat wound.
Treat wound. Okay. It's not gonna be a boon, but it's also not gonna be a bane. It's gonna be at a straight roll.
And it's a straight intelligence roll. Is that right?
Is it intelligence or is it the magic? I thought it was the magic. Like if.
It's myth and legends for. Sorry. To learn a school. To learn a school, it's intelligence. It should be myth and legends. It's language from a scroll and myth and legends from a teacher.
From a teacher. Okay, so then you're gonna make a.
Okay, for some reason I thought it said it was an intelligence roll.
I said it was intelligence when I messaged you guys, but I think that's for school.
Yeah. I can take a quick look and let me see if I'm just before you learning magic prerequisites. Some spells require. Okay, teachers. Easiest way to learn teachers is
make a roll against intelligence.
Roll to learn the spell.
Oh, so it is just straight intelligence regardless.
Oh no, it's just a straight intelligence. Make against intelligence, which is actually.
And why'd you make me roll myth and legends then? Whatever.
What did I make you do that for? Which spell did you learn?
From for raise zombie.
To learn it?
Yeah, it's the same number for me anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, if you got it, it doesn't. Yeah.
I got it. Yeah, we're good.
So now you know going forward. I probably. Yeah.
Because intelligence is always higher. Because if you don't have the proficiency or whatever in the skill, it could be half.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like the.
Yeah, mine's the same either way, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay, you're good.
Okay. Let's see. So roll.
Lower is good, right?
Wait, is lower good in this scenario, or
yes, lower is good in this scenario.
Money.
Okay. So then, what's the first spell that in Kalo?
That was treat wounds.
I figured you'd get treat wound. Yep. I almost gambled. I knew that would probably be one of the spells. And then what's the second one?
The second one I think I want to do is banish.
Okay. Get rid of Jason's skull. Get out. Be gone.
There is a method to this.
She's definitely the fresh maker.
Be gone.
But can the skeletons work in the store?
We definitely were talking.
We ain't gotta feed the skeletons.
I think it says something about in the book that they can do they can pick up and other things, but I don't think they can do like very complex things. And they definitely can't speak unless he casts talk with the dead. So he could do that, and then they'd be able to speak for a while. So yeah, I can see some workarounds.
Does it matter that I got a dragon on that roll?
The dragon means
because it's intelligence.
It doesn't, but what I've been done, I've kind of homebrewed, is that when you hit that, you can just mark one of your other intelligence skills. So basically your
roll at
spell,
the end.
Yeah, to roll at the end. So if you want to mark because now you have, because here's the thing, because now to your character sheet you need to have 2 new secondary skills, because now you have a mentalism and you have animism. So you can mark one of those to roll at the end of the game. Right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so I'm rolling the second one.
Wait, she took both schools?
Well, I already have
no.
mentalism.
She
Mentalism
had
is already-
mentalism, but she had to learn.
So that's true.
animism.
That's true. Oh
With her-
shit! It's a new DC for a second school.
It's a new DC.
Oh, that's
It's
the
a
worst.
It's a new DC.
That's
so now
the worst.
your animism might be lower than your elementalism because you've had a few episodes to level that up. So your animism is going to start at your starting.
I've only successfully leveled it up, I think, twice.
Okay, so I can tell you right now because what was your start? Your starting from elementalism was what, a 14?
It was 10 because I
it was a
have
10.
12 intelligence.
Okay, so
So it was 5 times 2, right? Because it's a
so
special.
your starting animism is 10 as well.
So when you pick up the second school, you get the double regardless.
You get the double because you
Okay.
have magic school. That's what I assume.
Okay, good.
Like, yeah,
Because I don't want my syncretism to start at fucking 7.
Yeah. Because here's the thing: because you're proficient. You're proficient in that magic. I would think so. I don't see why. Like, I don't see why you start at 5, right? Like, you started. It's a proficient skill. Yeah. So you'll be at a 10.
I can't cast anything.
Yeah. So just make it so it would be 10. That's what the animism's going to be. So mark that down.
I can't imagine having a skill like that, like a skill you rely on to be so low like that.
What do you lying son of a bitch? I've seen your D&D characters.
So do you want me to do another intelligence for my
Well, no,
banish?
didn't you just do one and then you did a success and then you did a second one, which was a dragon, right? What else do you do?
No,
the
she
first
just
one
rolled the
was
first
the first one was the dragon.
Was the dragon. Okay.
I haven't rolled the second
So
one
then
yet.
the second one is for what's the new skill? The reason I had you say roll the second
Banish.
one, banish. Okay, so then I go ahead and roll for that one.
God damn it. She passed.
She passed. Okay. Banish it is. So now you've learned banish as well.
Well, part of this is in case we encounter undead.
Nope. You are enemy number 1. I've already heard it.
Dude.
What do you mean,
If
dude?
you would stop bringing your smelly skeletons and undead around when you know that my character has heightened senses.
Your character's not going to be guarded by those skeletons either. It's fine.
Guard from afar.
Oh my gosh. It's so funny. I forgot that. Like, I just started recording. Nick gave a great recap. I'm gonna give a very, very quick one because I realize you are one because this group has the every 6 weeks the in-person session. That if you are following an order, there is no. There's no recount of like that second. So, for everyone who might watch this, the party last time we left off was in the city of Daru. When things left off, the Grootslang had attacked and eaten, destroyed one of the. It destroyed the stable. Donkey was okay. The group decided that the next day they were going to go talk to. Actually, Karasi went and talked to Nikalo, the elder, who had kind of lost his focus while trying to tell the story the night before. She began to learn more about what was happening there and realized that the oral tradition is being lost. It's affecting everything. It's affecting spellcasters. It's affecting those who use lore like bards to tell stories. And so the party is wondering what this is that's causing this. But also they're interested in trying to figure out what's going on with Quasimon and his gang, the little mallard, who's been pretty rude to the people of Daru so far. Kind of find out where he's getting his money and his coin. Is he a thief? Are these bandits? Are they grave robbers? They end up going out. They spend a couple stretches traveling. They spend about 6 hours traveling, and in the middle of the day, they do find a little shady spot where it looks like this band of misfits is camped out. One of our party members, Drell, the dwarf who played by Eddie, who's not here, goes in and wants to kind of do a whole little ruse to draw them in and figure out what's going on so the party might be able to set up an ambush or something like that. It goes wrong because the party is being tracked by jungle drakes who see the small dwarf as an easy snatch, an easy prey because he's alone. And of course, as he gets snatched up, the party has to divert their plan, go out to the jungle drakes, which fast forward, they survive. They make some treasure. They get they reap some spoils from that fight, but they also now lose the bandits. They camp out overnight, they wake up in the morning, and they go back to the main road to track where those bandits were. They find out where those bandits were, and they realize what was there now, what was just this little spot where they were camped out. Now there's an overturned cart, there's a dead animal, there's 2 dead sorry, there's a dead Karani knight and an old looks like it might be a priest or a friar, an old man. Shoyebi raises them as zombies, as he now has. Also, one thing I was missing earlier on, as I came across some bones, Shoyebi has this small little militia of other skeletons with them, and they began setting off to travel in the direction of trying to hunt down Quasimodo, and that is where we have left off. So, as we begin tonight's tale, and you all can hear music too. Yeah, you guys could hear that before because we had talked about it. The happy music is. So it's morning. From that rest after you have, it's maybe 8 a.m. because you probably arose around 6. You travel to a couple hours back to that main road. You've already now spied the situation. Actually, I'm gonna go a step ahead of that because I'm gonna pick up a little bit farther in time. It's probably maybe around 9 now, and this heavy mist blankets the valley, and you're all marching this early morning. And it was just an hour ago that Shoyebi had raised the friar and that Karani knight that are now kind of moving at very slow speed, that the party kind of, even as they try to keep up pace, they are realizing that the zombies, not so much the skeletons, are hampering the movement, but actually so is the donkey. And so just 20 minutes ago, the party had met Karasi and Takula, who had tracked the party down because they were kind of on this, what you want to call a road. It's probably what's left over of the broken, misshapen cobblestone road from the old empire. And Karasi and Takula, you tracked the party down because they didn't come home the night before. They didn't come back to Daru. So it seemed like they went out looking after the bandits. It only seemed right to go after looking for them. But now you track them down, whether that be Takula's good hunting sense or Karasi's heightened sense, or even just a matter of luck, or maybe even some heightened magic that you're not even aware of being a monk. You have all found each other. And as you follow this old road in this new direction, going a bit farther like northeast, you have come to a point in the road where you all need to make a decision on the pathway forward. You all know that Quasimodo did not go back, because none of the tracks lead back to Daru, but it's starting to get harder to track these tracks because it seems like they are moving faster than you are moving, and you might need to kind of push through to kind of catch the next trail. You also find that basically a pathfinder, of course, about needs to decide on the party's next path, and there are a couple of options here. One is to continue to kind of move slow and steady, and to move in the path in the straight direction. But you also know, based on the map, the way the rivers are set up, moving in a turbulent direction, it's going to be actually, what am I trying to say? The way this looks here on the map, it actually looks like you're closest to a river. So, but basically, you're supposed to be a choice of following the river and possibly moving a bit slower, because that is probably the easiest way to continue tracking you. Imagine that they probably don't stay far from the water. And the other option might be trying to move the river, but moving along the river is at a slightly slower pace than just kind of moving straight through the land at a breakneck speed and like just kind of hoping that you will pick things up. So one is a bit faster, but it's a chance that you lose the trail easier. one, you keep the trail, easier to keep the trail, but you might fall behind on wherever these groups are going. So that's what I was trying to share, kind of put in words. With that, that could be one thing that you all are talking about now, in addition to a myriad of other things. I'll turn it over to the party as they find themselves there on the riverbanks, or traveling along the side of the river.
Ah, my good friend Takula, what do you say is the best way to track a band of brigands?
Well, fuel are easier enough to find. Kind of exchange, or tries to exchange, a knowing look with Karasi. Even if we take the safe road, we have a chance that we just won't catch up with them anyway. I say we cut through.
That's well pointed, my friend. Anyone has a disagreement with that? Looking around to the group and not seeing anyone have any issue with that. Good. I think we have our decision.
Yeah, let us see. There's no time to interject.
And as you all stand there,
Good. All right.
As for a moment, you notice for Takula and Karasi have noticed that they're traveling. The skeletons are like mannequins still, like when they're not moving and traveling. One of them literally gallops like a horse, but has an upper part of a centaur. And you don't know if it actually was a centaur in its life, or if that's just the way the bones assembled themselves when Shoyebi raised them. The off-putting, there is a bit of a stench from the slow-moving zombies. One of them who's in plate armor with a long sword and a shield. And the other is like in that friar kind of like robe with a pendant of the veil of the Order's Sun. An old man, kind of a bald spot on the top of his head. Skin already started, because they haven't been dead long, but he's already starting to go pale. And then the eyes of the Karasi are like murky, milky white, and the bird kind of constantly turns from time to time and looks at Karasi, and then kind of turns and then looks at Kira, because the head still bobs like a bird. But
this is an undead bird.
It's an undead.
Yes.
It's undead bird person like Kira.
It's just like he's just like me.
He's a karate. And from time to time, they both just like try to emit words and nothing comes out. It's like someone's just struck their vocal cords. So yeah, that's pleasant.
It is pleasant.
Well,
Thank you
for the record,
saying the
I'm
scene.
fascinated by the bird. Fascinated. Not grossed out, intrigued. I'm like, your feathers, they look so weird. Do you still like have to clean them?
He kind of stumbles along, the metal clanking. Its
Like
head kinda...
studying. I'm like studying this guy. Like,
Keep talking to them so he has to make zombie sounds.
yeah.
And so as they walk,
Where are you from?
And so they like just head on across, like away from the river. And so as they march along, I would like a Pathfinder check or a bushcraft check from our Pathfinder, and I will make an opposed roll for this.
Oh dear, Colin.
Okay. Oh, it's bushcraft. Well, we'll see how that goes.
It will
Who's-
be bush, yeah.
Who's our bushcraftiest?
When it comes to I'm sorry, it's not bushcraft, because last game it was
hunting.
It's hunting. If Takula can pick up the scent, then it would be a hunting check. So yes, you can make it as a hunting check. Because
Let's
normally,
do that.
if you're pathfinding, it's a bushcraft. But we did last session, because you're hunting, we made it a hunting check. Yeah. So thank you for reminding me.
Okay. And it's still a fail.
No, you've passed.
Oh.
Wait,
You
what?
rolled an 8 and a 13. You're just looking at the numbers added together. Don't roll that way.
Okay. I will not do that again.
I was like, you didn't roll it. You rolled a 21 on a 20?
Yes.
That's ultra bad luck.
So as you kind of track, trying to move as quickly as you can, Takula picks up the scent, and it's like, nope, we're gonna go this way. You can't even find some old muddy prints that are still there, and coming to some of the soft grass, and you push forward, and you eventually, maybe about almost 5 hours later of tracking, there's a point where, even though you kind of decide to cut through the land, you find yourself about right here where you have no choice but to cross the river. And unfortunately, there's no ford. It's no really low level. You can see that the river is kind of, it's not like a roaring rapid or anything, but it's briskly moving, and you can't tell how deep it is, and it's rocky, kind of craggy formations on both sides. But I'll say from your looks, especially from Takula, it looks like it could be fairly deep, right? It's not. There's a chance that you can wade it or swim it, but you'd be fighting a bit against the current is moving a bit quick. You'd have to fight against those currents with some decent swimming if that's the chance. It doesn't look like you can easily leap across this river as well.
How wide is it?
It's about 20 feet from one side to the next. So yeah, I mean, like you said, you could try to wade through it. You could try to search for an alternative route, maybe go farther down river, maybe take more time to try to find a ford or a lower point, or look around for something else. I will take an awareness check. I know I would normally take one from everyone, but I'll give you a boon since you're the bushcraft, you're the pathfinder. So I'll have Takula give me an awareness check, but at boon because everyone's kind of like natural awareness coming into this role.
He's not good at it.
I can levitate people if I need to. Just
press the button. Press the button properly.
There's only one person we need to levitate, is the donkey.
What are you talking about?
No,
the centaur.
If we
yeah.
Not levitating your bag of bones.
Since it's added boon, let me roll it one more time. We might get a dragon.
But if there's like a tree or something or a rope we can do on the other
of a dragon. Hey, but that's no, you don't get to accept it because we get the other one.
Does he get to mark that? No, it's an epic fail.
It's a success.
It's only
6, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to accept the result to get the mark.
So what you do see, though, a little bit like, you look down this, the river a bit of ways, maybe a couple hundred feet, and you see a large tree that whether kind of collapsed off the rock or was torn out of its roots or was placed there, it has fallen over and has created a makeshift bridge of sorts to the other side. Now it's still wet, slippery, water's kind of rushing under it, but that is another path that might be as simple, though, if everyone can be good at their acrobatics checks, could cross that way. In addition, on the other side of that tree, standing like maybe 30-40 feet away, but not facing towards the tree, kind of looking towards the water, is a human figure who appears to be wearing, like, I don't know if it's some kind of ceremonial garment. You look a bit closely to Kula, and it looks like it could be like a priest. But as your eyes adjust, you realize that the garments and the robe has a lot of like feathers on it, almost like it's mostly made of feathers. But and it appears to be wearing like maybe a wooden or a bone mask with a long beak. It kind of looks bird-like with a cascading feathers all around it, adorned. This adornment, beautiful colors. Blues and purples and yellows, but it's just the figure with these hollowed out, and it doesn't appear to be like a Karani, right? Because you can see the hollowed out holes in the mask, just looking at the water, like looking towards the water, not paying any attention to you all, even though you all are a bit downstream and outside of us. But even if you as you even get a bit closer, doesn't seem to be like paying attention to anything else but the water itself. And so that's another thing that you kind of catch and see And I'll leave it at that. What's everyone doing?
You don't think there's another one of those face brain eaters in there, do you? As Osei has taken a few steps away from the river, a little traumatized from the last body of water.
No, but I recommend taking off that armor before crossing, because you fall in.
Yeah,
that's on you.
So Takula, Kira.
That's a good idea.
Are we not gonna try this awesome, cool bridge?
I mean, maybe the guy who's staring at the river might know a better way, safer way across.
Takula's just pulling out his coil of rope. Kind of uncoiling it.
Is there a set
This
time
is the
for
little halfling skeleton man. Oh yeah, there's a smaller one.
Oh, look how cute he is!
This is your This is your friar zombie, and this is your knight karate.
You know what? I take the halfling zombie with me, or the halfling skeleton with me when I go talk to the bird man. He's so cute.
So basically, what it looks like
we have
is
to
this.
name
You've
them
got
all.
the tree here.
We do. They're gonna die.
Let's get attached.
You've got then downstream far over here. Well.
Oh, well, you said downstream. You meant cross the stream too,
Sorry, I
huh?
meant across the stream. Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
So
Okay.
this fellow is all on the other side.
Mysterious Birdman.
What's your name?
Marco. Wrong game.
Yeah. I walked the other way if he said Marco.
Excuse me. Hello?
And you call to him or it, her, them.
Them.
Gonna like
call
wave
to
my
them,
feathers,
and with no,
like in a "Hey, look over here" kind of way.
no response.
Also, I'm a bird. Did you notice?
No response.
Rules question: how long does it take to take off the armor?
I think you can doff your armor in. That's a good question.
Shift.
Not a shift, but I would say like
That's so mean.
it's probably not a round, and it's also probably not a stretch. So I'd say like a few minutes, like 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay.
Maybe 2 minutes. So it's like it's a few rounds. We'll say a few rounds.
Yeah. I would say would take off his armor, because if he goes down in the water, it's going to be over for him.
It'd be a rough one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Puts it in the backpack.
Yeah. Takula, not even discussing things, is just tying a rope around himself to start.
It's apparently an action.
It is?
It's one action? I was just about to go there.
Equip or unequip armor is an action.
But I think it's so. What I take that as is like per piece of armor. Because like here's the thing: if it's the same to put on,
what you mean? We're magical girls, sir. It's in the rules.
Entire plate than it is to put on, because like a shield or a helmet would be a piece of armor, which makes sense. It's one action to like throw the helmet on. It doesn't make sense that it's entire.
And then the rest of the armor is one more action.
Okay, two actions.
We Donald Duck it. We just
That's what we'll say. I'll say like any kind of like. Okay, but see, here's the thing. That rule makes sense for like leather armor because it's just really like a vest. It makes sense for the plate armor. It just doesn't make sense for. So I think the plate is gonna be.
I'm down for homebrew.
Yeah. I say the plate is at least 2 rounds, 2 to 3 rounds. Yeah. If it's in combat, 2 rounds, right? Like, if it's outside of combat, it's just like it's still a little bit of time to make it make sense. I wouldn't want you to spend the whole combat I get it. I wouldn't want you to spend the whole combat putting on armor, but it also doesn't make sense for you to just jump into your armor and like your Iron Man.
Roll a d4.
That
how
was
fast you get that armor
like 4 rounds or 1.
See how panicked you are. You dropped your foot. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's in the river.
Who knows? Well, yeah, we can think. But let's say right now it takes a couple rounds, which doesn't affect anything here. He's just kind of like takes some time to get his armor off. And I guess I take it, are you putting that armor on the donkey or just kind of
in the backpack? You said
backpack or
He
just kind of
backpack. Yes.
Backpack?
his
Okay.
Put it on the centaur.
backpack.
We need to weigh the centaur down so the centaur can walk across on the bottom.
Oh, can the centaur use the armor?
No, but they don't need to breathe, so as long as it's weighed down.
I mean, they can. The skeletons can wear armor.
Yeah, but I don't know if the
do they,
centaur
do
can
they
wear the
get
armor.
the benefits of the armor?
Yeah,
They do. They do.
yeah,
That's why
right
they
now,
need to be
right now,
outfitted.
right now the zombie has full armor on. One of them does.
Yeah.
Yeah, then let them carry it. Briefly.
I'm just trying to make it to where they can't get. As long as they can't get
Don't-
washed downstream, they should be able to walk across the riverbed.
Mhm.
Oh, so
No.
you're going for weight.
I'm going
more
for
than
weight.
Anything.
I'm going for
That's
weight.
smart. That's smart.
Are we bringing the donkey across this janky tree bridge?
Oh, donkey.
Yep.
I told y'all to sell Donkey back at Daru while he was
Donkey
valuable.
is part of our crew. The West Akbalon Merchantry Company.
Really got every name.
So Osei can
Whatever we're gonna come
swim
up with.
in chainmail armor, but he does swim at a bane in the water. Also, make a swimming roll after you would make a swimming roll for every stretch, every 10 to 15 minutes that you are in the water. Which means you'll probably make one roll here, but it could also be worse based on how the water's moving. If you're wearing chainmail plate armor, you must roll every. Oh, if you're wearing chainmail, you must roll every round, not every stretch. So every single round you roll.
And I'm
Yes.
guessing that's like a 5.
Yeah.
What's your swim check?
Terrible.
Yeah.
God awful.
Yeah. I'm a 5.
Yeah, so maybe once a 5 every round is going to be detrimental to the group.
Yeah, so then if you fail a swimming check, you go underwater, and then if you fail the con check, you begin to drown. And then you
That's why I'm
take
thinking that
D6
tree
damage per
bridge.
round and, until someone rescues you
I'm sorry, who? A D6 damage per round?
per round.
This that Sonic the Hedgehog drowning. We out here.
Yeah, you die quick. And if you hit 0, you make death rolls as usual, but only failed rolls count. Jeez.
That's rough.
God. And somehow we have to earn a bunch of gold.
That's
so we
crazy.
can
So you
keep our
can
shop
continue to
alive.
succeed every single round, but if you get to 3 and someone hasn't saved, you just keep making them. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah. That
Darn it.
telekinesis might come in really handy for Karasi. we might desperately need that.
Yeah, I mean, you do have a monk who can. This would be a really So what do y'all? I'll change.
Oh.
I hate when this happens.
What happened?
I'll
We got
fix it.
tiny.
It's just Zoom. It's the side by side. What is it?
Computer audio.
You got
Did we lose someone?
No, it's me.
No.
Standard. Okay.
Oh.
Jeez.
We lost everyone. We lost Mitch.
oh no.
Malcolm's
Oh,
computer.
Oh.
I'm so upset. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm trying to fix this. This happened last time.
We're good.
So audio, sharing audio
Okay.
again. Nope. Everybody's not. It's
This just gives
it
us
should be
time to
gallery. There
riddle
we go.
out what we want to
Okay.
do.
Yeah, I think our best bet.
Wait, is
at least
everybody
for us
back?
to say,
Okay, everybody's back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're sending Takula across to go tie that rope, right? And then.
What's-
then
You're
we're
gonna have to
go-
fish me out of the
So
water.
you're saying you're gonna put all the just have the skeletons just gonna walk across? You
Golly.
said, or
Yeah, as long as they're weighed down a little bit, they should be able to walk across. Yeah, because
should be.
they don't
They
need to
don't really
breathe.
have to breathe.
They don't need to breathe.
They should be. What are you gonna weigh them down? How are you gonna weigh 'em? What are you gonna put on them?
We're gonna put the armor from
Okay, so this one, which
Oh,
one's gonna have the
Ose?
armor?
on the centaur,
Okay, centaur is gonna be marked with armor.
Okay.
and
so
then
he's
the
gonna have the plate.
and the rest are
Great.
told to hold on to the centaur.
Yes.
I should put the armor
Form
on the
a
baby. 'cause-
skeleton chain.
What about the zombies?
One zombie already has armor, right?
One
So
zombie
they're-
already has armor,
Yeah.
and
So they'll sandwich the other zombie.
Yeah, tell them to hold. I'm gonna tell the armored zombie to carry the halfling because we can't lose the baby.
Okay.
And we're gonna do our best with the rest. We go hope for the best because I'm not that worried. If they die, they die. That's their job.
This is a wild scene in my head of all these
It just seems so complicated for a bunch of bones.
That's their job. I can't lose. There are several. I can't lose the centaur or the halfling. I will get yelled at if I lose either of those.
Who are you gonna get yelled at by?
Nikki. Nikki's gonna hate me if I lose the little baby.
Don't do it.
Look how cute he is.
His giant head.
He looks like Tiny Bones.
Yeah.
Yes, we love Tiny Bones.
Okay. But I'm not so confident in the water. I'm more of like a land kind of bird. I'm going on this log.
Yeah, Tahula, maybe I tie the rope around myself and try to go first, unless somebody else is more acrobatic than me. Crossy? Not volunteering.
Let me see how acrobatic we are. I'm a 12 acrobatic.
Ooh,
yeah, that's got to be the
better.
best in the group. Yeah, that's the best.
I'm
in the
a
group.
9.
Yeah, I'm a 10.
7.
I can also float myself across if needed.
Yeah.
Okay, float yourself across then. That's fine.
We still haven't talked to the bird guy.
He's
or
not
no?
responding to us.
No.
He's
He
acting
doesn't
like we
want to
don't
be our
exist.
friend.
We're pretty sure he's a ghost or an Orisha.
He's
But
all
we'll find that out when
aloof,
we get over there.
and he can't. Yeah. I can't wait to try to sell him something.
I can't wait for him to see the halfling on top of the centaur emerge from the river.
Made of bones. We're terrifying.
Okay, so to do this, if I were to use my levitate to do this, well, so it's either acrobatics or is it acrobatics to get across?
It's acrobatics to get across.
Then it's basically the same thing, either way.
This one is if you fail, nothing happens.
The other,
if
I
you
fall
fail,
in the
you-
water.
Correct.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I guess I will try the levitate. And I'm taking a rope, is that what I'm doing?
Yeah, Takulo's
yeah.
untying the rope after you said you can float. Just like hands it to you.
Okay. Let me just remember how to do this.
So
Am I
Carney's-
just rolling a mentalism skill?
Yeah, just a mentalism skill, and then like,
Okay.
as long as the spell allows you to levitate and move, does it allow you to move as well, or just levitate?
I think
straight
it
up?
does. Let me look. I'm
So-
gonna actually
I think it might be a straight up, but I
display
wonder
the
if you
display
unless
the
you leap and go
message.
straight up. Yeah, well, I don't know.
I don't
It
know,
would be
man.
really funny if you levitated and you just went up and then just back down again.
Just as soon as you start floating, we push you. Momentum.
Hold on a
Let's see,
second.
what's in this game? Jumping is
Momentum.
Well, 6 meters in any direction.
Yeah.
okay. There it is. Yeah. Yes, I mean, yeah. I actually remember because she picked up the donkey at the first session. And moved
6
it.
meters is almost enough to cross the river.
You can increase power level.
Hey!
I
For another
can.
2.
Oh my gosh.
Because it's a little bit further than 6, right?
So do I need to go to level 2 to make it across
to make
6
it for
meters?
sure. Yeah.
Okay.
said it was
So
20,
level
right?
2 is just using an extra willpower, right?
Extra 2.
So it'll be
Extra 2.
4 willpower.
Okay. Okay, I will make the roll.
Hey!
Nice.
You
Nice.
see it way before I do. It's just cycling, and then.
Then
Okay,
we
so
we should cheer backwards so that she.
that would be me.
So you do make it
Okay.
across. I guess you said you take the rope.
Yeah.
So, so what does it look like? As you know, I know we've seen you cast this before, but this is the first time I think we've seen you do it on yourself, where we see you kind of levitate. What does it look like as you fly through the sky? Is there any flourish that you add to it? Otherwise,
Yeah, so what you see her do is she has the rope and she's tied it around, tied a loop and stuck it over her arm. And you see her close her eyes and she holds onto her amulet and you see her do this sort of hand wave and then you see her rise up and then you just see her sort of float over the top and then land on the other side.
Nice.
Oh. Did you take the whole rope with you?
Well, I had to tie
Or
the
did you
end
leave
of
it
it.
in? So you
Oh,
tied
just
it in.
the end.
Okay.
So you
Just
did
the
leave the
end,
other
just
end
the
with
loop,
us.
so that
Okay.
I
We've
leave
got a little
my.
hand
So,
bridge.
Is the rope supposed to? Is it she tying the rope so that it's across this way, or should she float this way and leave it like? Is she, are we going with this whole tree idea, or is it a different section? Is it doesn't matter? Like,
hey, this is
So
Takula's
you guys decide
idea.
where you're doing the other.
so I guess the
I
rope
meant
would
to
help
make
if you're
it
crossing
now.
the tree.
We have this
Yeah, the
conversation
tree, 'cause then
while
you have
she's
a,
floating.
You have a, well,
Yes.
either way, yeah. Well, as long as the rope is tied to the other side, she has a rope on the other side, so you can readjust. Yeah, so that wouldn't change things. She made
Just
it.
go hand it to the bird guy. It's
Because then
fine.
that would give you something to walk across, I guess, and hold. But then I guess,
Yes.
are you tying the rope on the other side, or are you going to be the person holding the rope on the other side, crossing?
Is there anything to tie it to?
As you look around, yeah, there's some jagged, like there's there's like a rock sticking out of the ground that looks, part of the mountain that you could probably,
Okay,
use as a
so she
makeshift
will
post.
tie it to that.
Okay. Can I have a bushcraft check for that? I'll give you a boon bushcraft for your for
Let's
Al.
go.
Well, you're
Do
not.
you have that scout badge?
Put them Girl Scout skills to test.
In my life, I do. In this life, I do not.
Tie that knot.
So how do I make it a boon?
In alchemy, I'm
Oh,
not.
here it
as-
is.
I think Jason knows how to do it.
Yeah, you just right click it. You just gotta click on the right one when you do it, instead of rolling
I think
2D.
I did.
You did it. It's just
Okay.
a double. Holy heck! Yeah, we're not asking you for bushcraft no more.
That's why I said I wasn't very thrilled with that.
I was like, an 8 and a 9 sounds real good.
Gets it like her
Yeah,
little
except for I
fingers
need a
get stuck
5.
in the rope.
So it doesn't mean that it's necessarily gonna break or it's bad, but it means it's not a. It lets me know how
It's
strong.
not great.
Yeah, it's not the best.
Yep.
She tries to tie it, and then she's like, "Yeah, I'll just stick
Yeah.
a rock on top of it."
All right, I will attempt to cross first.
And she's gonna hold on to the rope too, because she knows that she's not the best at this.
I'm
So-
also not
She
the
could
happiest
also
in the world.
recast if she's willing to use some more willpower. She could. Is she gonna at least get the donkey across, or is?
Dang, are you gonna at least get the donkey across?
I mean that.
Let's see how this goes with the people. If I need to do the donkey too,
Because I think the
would
donkey's
rather-
gonna have a
so
hard time
somebody-
walking across.
So
the tree.
somebody else will
That
be
is
able to
true.
hold the rope.
Because it's possible that we just all drown and then we end up on this side of the river and she has to carry herself back. So let's not waste it.
Gotcha.
Well,
Gotcha.
and she's holding on to the rope too, so she doesn't want to let go to do the donkey
Okay.
yet.
Well, she
Alright.
doesn't.
So-
If the rope, well, she's because the rope is tied, so she no longer needs to hold onto the rope. But yeah,
Yeah, but I don't think she's that confident in it. She'll be
Okay.
standing by. We'll
Okay.
see.
okay.
So does the rope give a boon?
The rope would have given a boon, and now it just gives a straight roll. You were-
Jeez. No help at all? Wow.
Oh, apparently it might have been a bane beforehand.
yeah. What I'll give it, to anyone other than the donkey, I'll give it a boon. Yeah. So if you're like any humanoid, will take a boon from it.
Okay. Roll boon. Hiya.
They're all in the river.
Oh, thank Christ. Okay.
Everybody's in the river.
that 20 is a problem, but we're
You
going to go
can-
ahead and take that 4. We're going to take that 4. And we're going to show Yebby is free.
It's still rolling for me. Oh, there it goes.
Are my babies here? Did my babies make it out?
They haven't come out. They haven't come out the water yet. So we're gonna.
Like,
The
how
jury's
fast
still out on
rushing
this.
is this river? Like, isn't gonna just take the bones?
It's frothing under you, right? It's like white, like the water is roaring over, is rushing over, like it is like over the. Between
Talking
some,
about
larger
like
rocks.
category 4 rapids.
I'd say category
3.
3. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you
Between
guys.
2 and
I am
3.
Those
not.
bones aren't gonna just fall apart, huh?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie.
There's a
There's
chance the
magic.
bones
There's
don't make
magic
it.
together.
We're
There's
gonna-
magic together.
He's gonna give us. We're gonna get rolls for the bones, but we're not at the bones.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that might be my new quote for this episode. We'll get rolls for the bones.
All right. All right. Who's next? I'm not helping. But who's
Yeah,
next?
who wants to
Um,
try the rope first?
Let me go first.
Well, you just made it over, right, Shoyabi? So you tried to roll.
Apparently, Karasi does not acknowledge Shoyabi's presence now that he is.
Sorry, I didn't realize that that's what happened. So are you gonna help hold this rope, or
No, not at all. My strength is not enough. I've got no abilities. I'm not even gonna pretend that I'm helping.
Oh my god.
I'll say that there's help holding the rope.
Mechanically, how would that help? I just
could give another boom, but I don't think that's I don't think Shoyebi is it's not like a strong character, so no, it's just a regular. It's still just boom. Yeah, it's just a regular boom.
I think it's like if you were holding the rope, maybe there would be a lower chance of it, like the not failing and people just automatically going in.
I will sit on the rock. I will sit on the rock that the rope is tied to.
There you go.
Yeah. Nothing changes.
Okay.
It's going
I'll say
well.
we'll take the next.
Well, like if it like slips up, like
Next
it'd have to
one.
go like through me to get off.
You at least
So
have
I'm
a warning system.
I'm semi-helpful.
He'll go in too. It'll lasso him in.
Yeah, then it just you just get dragged off the side, I guess.
So acrobatics with a boon.
Yep. Cause Shelby, you got this.
Big helping.
Hold your breath. Hold your breath. Hold your breath. Nick, we can't
Just
react.
enough.
We gotta wait. We gotta wait for the thing to stop rolling for everybody before we react. We're reacting.
Right? I was gonna say you reacted a good like 3 or 4 seconds before it was done.
So I'm trying to hold it. I'm like, ah.
So he is
The suspense.
across.
Oh my
He's
goodness.
made it through.
That's 2 of us.
Donkey's
This
like,
looks
"Meow."
easy. I'll try it. Got all these feathers for balance.
Yeah, Donkey, this was easy. You try it.
So
Yeah, Donkey, take a look. Follow me. I have a 9 for acrobatics.
Okay. So Sheb or Ose was our worst one, so we're in good shape.
Yeah.
And
Tied for
you
worst.
Takula, you can swim?
It's a 6.
okay.
Hey.
Hey.
Another one makes it across.
So am I magicking the donkey over now?
I think
Possibly.
I think
Takula
we
made it
might
over?
need to magic the
Takula
donkey.
has not done anything.
Mhm.
And Takula
Well, I'm assuming
why
you
don't you
don't
get
want to
my
leave
rope?
the donkey by itself while
I
you're
don't.
trying to come over.
No, not after those birds tried to carry us away last time. They were,
Mhm.
I don't think tying things works in this world.
All right, yeah. So magic the donkey over then.
You got this.
We
And
believe
I'd
in
have
you.
to do 2 again. I don't know what happened, why my stats didn't stay. But so I've got to use 2 power again, right?
4 power, or it's
4.
second rank.
Yeah.
So you got
Yeah.
2 power.
Right. And then is this considered an unwilling?
Donkey's
No.
willing.
He's willing, so it's fine.
Okay.
That's not a problem. It's
He,
just
I asked him. He said, "Yeah, it's cool."
Donkey
so I'm
lazy.
gonna
Every time you
use-
pick him up, he's like, oh yeah, I ain't gotta
yeah, I don't
say
think the donkey really
Like, hang
fights.
on.
I don't think this is like a. If it depends on if a different type of creature or maybe even a wild horse, yeah, this donkey's just gonna go.
it. He said, oh, my bags were so heavy. Thank you.
God, my ankles were
You
killing me.
start to see the start to slowly lift
Oh,
off
yeah.
the ground and
Oh
bob
yeah.
Okay.
Get over here, donkey.
Donkey.
Wait,
is-
no, that's not a good place for donkey.
Doggy. Oh.
I succeeded. There was no weirdness about that. Be funny though.
Oh yeah, because if not, he was gonna like fall in halfway.
Well,
across.
yeah, well, it's like, all right, that's donkey. That was the story of donkey. Unfortunately, I cannot. Wait,
And all
donkey's
of her
an,
equipment.
but donkey's an animal, not a beast, so I can raise donkey if necessary. So we'll figure this out.
Zombie donkey. That's what we need.
Zombie donkey.
Oh my god.
Our
Oh
donkey
my
will live
gosh.
on.
Yes.
Even if you
fun.
kill him, he'll come back.
I'm the last one on the shore there.
You are the last one.
Yeah, I'm
What is
going
that?
to make
They
sure to
never die.
untie the rope so that I can
Yes.
keep it when I get back.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And
good
yeah,
call.
let's-
Good call.
Let's do this acrobatics.
So does that mean
You
he
still
doesn't
get
get
the
the boon?
boon?
Or no?
Oh, that face
I'll
tells
give
me
it
no.
to him. I'll give it
Okay.
to him.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's a fail.
that's a fail.
Oh. Okay. Do you want to push?
I think I might need to because my swimming's not great either.
Oh, okay.
If I push, it's not at a boon the second roll, right?
It is. It's still a
No,
boon.
it's still in a boom. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
I'm surprised. I didn't realize that Takula was not acrobatic.
Takula's not good at things that we expect Takula
That we
to be good
expect
at.
him to be good at. Like,
Yeah.
it's just...
I was
I'm good at a couple of things, and that's it.
Yeah. We were like, our hunter? Oh yeah, he can swim for sure.
I'm gonna make myself scared with this one. But yeah, let me roll that again.
And then you like as you
Well,
like step
fail again.
the tree cracks, and it's all the like the weight of everyone kind of going over, and it just dislodges from one side and slips down and begins to collapse, and you begin to slide off that point where there's nothing anyone can. What I will give you is
Who's holding the rope?
who was holding the rope? Now, here's the thing. I've always done this in D&D. If you're holding the rope, you're sitting on the stone.
I'm sitting on the stone, which is keeping the rope from slipping off the stone.
Karasi was trying to get somebody else to grab the rope before she did the donkey. So somebody over there better have that rope.
My booty's got it.
If no one's willing to take it, then it's on Jason with a
with the bane, because my booty is only so good. I'm so thick though.
You can give me a straight strength roll.
Give us a cake roll.
Like, have you seen my Hero Forge? It's caked.
Your strength.
This should be a cake
This is a straight roll, so this is not a boon or a bane.
Do we have any like really strong players in our?
Yes, we
No.
do. Unfortunately, they don't show up.
Okay, just curious, like, who are
Grab the rope.
Terry's our strongest character.
Osage just yelling over the cliff at Takula.
Let's go! Them cheeks are sealed.
Oh!
Let's go!
So he crashes into the water. The bark and the tree break slips in, and through the rapids, you kind of see him being carried away, about to force a check for swimming. But as he goes under, you see his hat begin to float. Like up comes like his hand holding onto the rope, and you thought was his head like out somewhere else. But then you see that clawed hand reach out and grab the hat as you pull him up and put it back on, like Indiana Jones style, and you're able to reel him in.
I was about to get really upset that the hat was gone.
We would have threw you back in the river. Go get it.
Yeah. You're not the same person. Out of here.
So now what I need is...
God damn, I wasted my good roll on my booty. What's up?
All of your skeleton zombies are essentially a strength 10. I need straight rolls from... But here's the thing, what I want is... You can decide who we're doing first, but I only want a straight strength roll from... Actually, I'll give a boon to the centaur, and I'll give a boon to your zombies as well. So boon to your zombies. Now your centaur's rolling also because he's got other people on top, and that's why he's also got a boon because he's got a lot of weight. So I remember also the weight will give the boon. The reason I'm also just not doing the others first because if the centaur fails, then we need to worry about everyone else, right? But if we don't need to, if the centaur makes it, then no one's going to slip off of the centaur. So these are strength 10 boon checks, and you can just tell me who you are.
Why didn't you just choose to roll 2 by yourself? I guess I'm rolling for the centaur right now. It says 2 d20s, so it's probably going to add them up, so we're going to have to look at them separately. That is 18 and an 11.
Ooh, okay. That's for the centaur?
That was for the centaur.
Okay, so then
I'm assuming centaur cannot
give
push.
me the zombies.
The zombies are also...
They cannot push. They have no willpower to push. Well, actually, yeah, they have no conditions. They have no...
The zombies are also... You said the zombies are also good.
Boon, yeah.
That's you pieces of shit. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and say that was the human zombie.
Oh my gosh.
Now we got the one that we care about.
I'm gonna be so mad if we lose all that armor.
God damn it!
Oh no.
Jason!
What?
Karasi, if you want, you could levitate one or two of these
Levitate.
out. But now we're first of all before we decide. So we've lost both zombies. Are we really?
So we lost both zombies
Oh
and
my-
the centaur. Or so we lost both zombies and the centaur. The halfling was riding on the centaur.
Yes. So when you lose, so here's the thing: when you lose the centaur, the other three that were holding on to the centaur, those all get new checks, but they get straight rolls.
Straight rolls.
Because they've let go.
You know what? I'm just gonna roll them all three. No, I'll just roll them 3 times. Let's go. We're gonna go halfling last.
Oh,
You pieces of shit!
giant skull.
Oh my god!
I spent so
Probably
much
would have
willpower
been
on you
better to have them
yesterday.
go on the log, wouldn't it have? Wouldn't it have? At this
I don't.
point?
No, they would have been a straight 10 either way.
Yeah. They could even be less because they don't. Do they have they don't have an acrobatics check? Which
Oh,
means
they don't.
They
It's
could
an
be. They could be. They could be an 8. They could be between 8 or 10. So yeah.
Is it? Question. Does my musician ability work outside of combat?
I kept one skeleton. Okay.
I think it does, but I don't
'Cause-
think it. I don't think it works on these creatures. So it
The
doesn't
only-
help this roll. Because
Okay,
they're
that's
this roll is
that's
about
fine.
them literally. Because what this is like it's not even like it's their strength. It's them getting caught and snagged on rocks. Because they're just
Yeah.
mindlessly doing this and like running into things and like bones are breaking and they're just kind of being shuffled down the river like It's,
I'm fine with that for this current, but I'm just wondering
in the future,
long
I
term,
think you
because
could,
the verbiage that I have in front of me
Yeah.
says that
Yeah,
it's
I think it
an
works out.
action in combat, but it doesn't
Oh.
say. But that's like parenthetical. So does that mean like if
Right.
I want to do it in combat, it's an action, or it only works in combat?
Here's what I say.
You know what I mean?
'Cause I don't want it to be spammed like, because then it starts to become.
I would spam this shit, you know.
Yeah, you
I
would
would.
spam it,
I
and
would
then
be using
everybody
this.
would get booed on everything because you're singing all the
Mhm.
time.
I've just got a merry little
a
tune.
combat spell. I will
Okay,
allow.
that's
I
fair.
think in every now and then, in appropriate situation, if you like, here's what I'll say.
I
If
can
you,
ask.
Nikki, above, like you think ahead of time, go. Kira sings a song before we go into this place. I might give the next roll, like the
Okay.
next like contested roll. Is a
Like
boom.
shit's about to get
And then
real.
maybe if it breaks
Yeah.
into combat quickly, then you could all keep it as though you rolled it before. Like you kind of like combat's going to break out, and you could do it beforehand.
Okay.
So that's fine. I think.
I
but
respect
if you're
the
just like
ruling.
doing it on every single like, you need help.
I
I'm
was about to
singing.
do it,
Yeah.
so I didn't.
Because then I think, here's the way I would translate above board where it would stop working. It would
Yeah.
be you blowing a horn constantly in everyone's ears. so it would just stop being effective.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will. I
I'm
will make
drowning.
note of this.
Like, I'm
Get up
drowning.
there.
Hey,
Okay.
Jason, do you want to
I'm
share
sorry,
with the class?
Jason. This was. I did not think you were gonna. I thought one.
Hear me
maybe
out, Mel.
two. What is happening?
Oh no!
Only one regular zombie survived. If I tell that zombie to go back in for the halfling, can I get a reroll for the halfling? Because I'll take 0 zombies over letting halfling die.
If the zombie goes back in to try to save the
Not,
other
I'm
one-
sorry, one skeleton. I'm trying to trade that skeleton's life for the other skeleton with the roll.
It's only one skeleton maybe, but you want it to be the halfling skeleton.
I need the halfling.
Got it. So you're risking it. Yeah, I'll give you a boon roll on that.
You'll give me a boon roll on that because
So
that's
it's gonna swap, and then the other one's gonna get
Yeah.
carried away.
Yep, its job is to jump in and toss the halfling to us.
Like he's like holding like a baby. Like I don't know.
Oh, now you know what you're doing. Okay, he passed twice. God
Oh
damn
my
it!
gosh.
Gonna
He's
spread
able to
those rolls
carry
out.
Now here's
Okay.
the thing. This is catastrophic for I imagine for Shoyo.
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah.
Some of the bones are under the water and not coming back up. Some of the skeletons that are lighter, you can see them slowly going downstream. Now, also the centaur had the armor on it, right?
The centaur had the armor on it.
So you see, the centaur you don't see above water. So there's a chance that there's two things. The centaur's either snagged on something or become snagged on something, and someone needs to go in. This would be probably going in and try to find the plate armor. The other option is to follow the stream and maybe along with a bushcraft check from someone who's good at it, like Takula, to kind of make one check to follow this long enough to find a spot where they would probably wash ashore. So imagine, it's not like they're gonna wash out to sea.
Yeah.
What I'll say is there's a chance that you find some of these skeletons okay.
Or at least the zombie and
at least the zombie
centaur that have the armor on them.
Yes, but I do think this puts you seriously behind time wherever. So it's a matter of choice. Do you want to try to find some of these skeletons, or do you push on and take the loss?
We've gotta hunt the duck.
Osei's panicking for the armor as he's looking in the water. I think we need that. I think we really need that.
Then go get it.
I can't.
I'm just cradling the baby in my arms.
Osei just gives that look at Shoyebi.
I've saved what was most important.
and the river kind of like flows down. It's flowing, probably toward. It's flowing towards the ocean. So yeah, I mean, if they're not gonna like go and spend time going after them, there's probably not much.
That wasn't a vote either way for me. I was just role playing. Takula, Karasi, do you have a vote?
Unless someone's trying to. Now here's the thing, Karasi. I will say, Karasi, if she's willing to use the magic, I will make her cast a Bane if she wants to try to levitate the centaur out. Because here's the thing, I don't know if you need sight, but I imagine you're trying to cast into water where you can't see the thing that you're trying to pull out. So I will make it a Bane, but if you succeed, you can just pull it out of the water. You just pull that creature out with the plate armor and put it on the ground before it... Because it's not like this is getting washed out like so rapidly that you all don't have moments to think and do something. So like I'm not trying to... And I'm actually not trying to take all your skeletons away. This is just really bad rolls here.
And the centaur isn't a sticky one.
Honestly, I didn't even really think how you were going to get your skeletons across.
I mean, usually when you're willing to sink, you can still drag yourself across. That's the drowning. That's the scary part.
If these were skeletons that were just walking across like a lake, there would be no problem. Like Jason, they would have just went down and they would have came on the other side. But with the flowing water, it's the rushing water that makes a problem.
Damn.
For the armor, I am willing to make an attempt to get the centaur out.
What a team player.
There's two sets of armor.
It's for the armor, not the skeleton.
There's two sets of armor.
Zombie. Yeah,
there's an armor on a zombie.
Zombie.
It's probably the armor.
Either way, it's still not. That's not. It's not to get the zombie back. It's to get the armor.
Well, I guess that is the question. Which armor do you want back, and which? Because one comes with a zombie.
The more valuable
one. Yeah. Probably the one that's more valuable. They're probably
the centaur
is more valuable because it's an older, more ancient.
Oh, you literally just gave your armor to the centaur.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Well, because if he fell in and had to swim with that, it was going to be a problem.
I thought you were going to pack the armor up and put it on the donkey, but it might not have any slots left on the donkey. So
it didn't have
any slots. Yeah.
That's the thing.
No, he's got a kitchen.
Yeah, there's a kitchen on that donkey.
There's a full kitchen on the donkey.
I'm enjoying like D&T where you have to. What do I have? Oh, that spoon. I'm sorry. Like you, like it's like we're getting to the point where we have to like drop shit on the ground. It's like we've never had this happen ever.
That failed.
No.
Do we leave this behind?
No.
Wait, no. You said it was at a. Oh, was that a Bane?
No. Oh, yeah. It would be at a.
Oh, I failed anyway.
It failed anyway. Yeah.
I mean, do you want me to roll a second one in case I really, really fail?
I mean, you kind of. Well, you have.
I mean,
to,
you
just
can.
In case you get in case you get a demon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me do that again.
Now you can push a. You can push.
It's the only time we're hoping for a demon.
This is my second of the Bane roll, so I failed.
Okay.
Because I got the 19.
I think Osei is getting desperate, and he is tying the rope around his waist. He is going to try.
I stood up, so my booty's no longer keeping you safe.
So did you say that I can push
it? Well, it was still tied to a rock, so the rock is still.
I will hold the other end of the rope.
The rope didn't snap, so the rope is still held on the rock. It was just poorly tied.
Yeah. Just for added reassurance, I will hold the other end of the rope.
Okay.
So we're doing this in lieu of just taking the time to go find where the river washes
Correct.
things off.
Yeah.
What's the likelihood that
Okay.
the armor is going to go down the river? It's not going to be
It might
stuck
not.
on the
It
muck.
might be stuck somewhere in the muck
It might
under
be
the
stuck,
water.
yeah.
So yeah, that's a good.
Can I push
Get it
the
while we can
spell,
see
or
it.
is that...
You can push a spell fail as long as you didn't hit a demon. You can never push a demon.
I didn't.
Yeah.
No.
But if I push it, it's
Yes.
still at a bane, right?
It's still at a bane.
Do I sense
is-
if I lose connection to my creatures?
If they were to die, I think, or if they like go to 0 hit points, I think you would lose connection. And so far, you haven't lost that connection. They're all like writhing around in the water.
Cool.
So what?
Oh,
So I
their
just take
help.
a condition, right? If
Yeah,
I
you
push.
take-
Push? Yeah.
If you push.
Okay. I'm going to take the disheartened condition.
Okay.
I don't know why other things are showing up.
Nobody needs charisma.
Nah. Okay, so I'm doing this right this time, Bane.
I got the Riz.
No! The same exact roll. How could you?
How?
Well, you know what? Maybe it just was not meant to be.
Yeah.
It's also
Yeah.
a 19 and a
Yes.
6.
So the creature's not
Consistently
coming out of
bad.
the water. What I'll say this with all this moment of like, I imagine that even across his magic is failing, it's still producing some kind of resistance, like this pull forward. And so, what I'll give you, Osei, is that you can actually see like the paleness of the skeleton and like maybe the glimmer of the armor like shimmering, and you can see that it's like snagged against a rock, and you can see that it's like being pulled up but like hampered down. This is a risk for you if you go in after this. But,
I know.
I've got you.
You're gonna throw your life away. You know what I
I've
did to
got
bring
him.
you back that life?
So there's a boon because you've got a rope and you've got people helping you, right? But you've got roaring rapids. You probably don't swim that well. It's gonna cancel. It's gonna
And
be a
it's
straight
heavy.
roll. And then the reason you got to do all that, so it's going to be a
But
swimming.
what is the roll?
This is a
Damn
swimming.
it.
It's gonna be a
God
swimming
damn
check.
it.
But if he can loosen it, maybe I can raise it
Yeah,
up again.
Yeah.
Give,
Osei's
when in
the
doubt,
hard
give it a
merchant.
hearty
He
kick.
can't stand.
And did you
losing
put the
that
armor
stuff.
on the skeleton? Is he wearing
Yeah.
it? or
No,
is it just-
no, it's the centaur.
just
He's
on-
just loaded with it.
He's just loaded with it. So it's
Oh.
just it's like in a bag that you need to get off of him, right? It's like together. The armor.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, he was just weighed down. He could, yeah, because
Okay.
he couldn't put on the bottom part of the skeleton.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna make the roll. Straight roll, swimming.
Suspense face, poker faces, guys.
Oh,
I'm going to cash in my coin to
That
push.
push, the free push.
Free push?
No.
It's not a poker face, Nick. Poker face. Okay, it's not. It wasn't us that time, but yeah, a good roll.
Sorry.
It was a good roll. Just not enough.
We're just not
Yeah.
swimmers. We're not
Yeah.
swimmers.
Because you're
Right.
not a mallard.
What this doesn't do for you,
Mm.
I'll say it was the roll was so good. You're not getting swept away by the water. Like you got the rope, right? That's helping you, but you just cannot seem to get this bag. And what's not helping is that the skeleton is like writhing and slashing out with its claws and like swinging wildly, as though like and being pulled. It, as you all realize like he's fighting to get this thing, but I imagine that there's a point when Kira and everyone else is going to start pulling him back because he's been under the water for too long. And as you start to reel him in, the centaur kind of collapses, like kind of breaks apart. You feel the Jason Shoyebi, you feel the connection break, and you see the bag kind of get whisked down and kind of move and like it's stuck in the sediment a bit deeper in the murkier, darker areas of the water. It's still a possible thing to continue on it. You get pulled up against the water, you're holding onto the rope, you can try to go back. This time it will be more difficult. And this time it's kind of risking his life to try to get this bag. The centaur's no more.
Say I've got you. If you want to come up, just give me 2 tugs and I'll pull you up.
Don't look, little guy. It's okay.
Ose gives 2 tugs as he gets.
All right,
back
we'll
up.
pull him up. We'll pull him up.
The we'll say one kind of silver lining here is roughly where the armor still is, like your last shot of it, and it's kind of because the way the water flows, you imagine like when the centaur broke apart and the water was pushing it down, it kind of got jammed against like one of like on the other side, like the rock. So imagine like you see where like this rock is here, it's like up against that wall. So with the pushing of the water, it's probably not going to move. But it's about 10 to 12 feet under the there's a deep part, like this actually was a deep part of the river, and you just know where it is. But if you want to come back later, you know where your armor is essentially right now for the time being.
We're gonna spend the next 3 weeks training how to swim.
You take more time and go after it again. But yeah, that's.
If you want to mark this on our map, say we can.
Yeah. I will literally mark it right now. Ose's armor.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll put a mark up. We'll put a pin on that.
The lost armor of Ose. And I will gently play Elderia's version of taps on my horn as we move forward to whatever we're due next.
Crying. All right, guys.
So much profit!
I have one zombie guy to protect us, and Ose no longer has armor. We definitely did well.
You had leather under there, right, Ose? Or you had no armor?
There was no armor.
Oh my god.
Ose was naked under there until Joe helped him.
There goes that +6 or whatever. -6.
Yeah, it was +6, yeah.
Oh, man.
We better kill this fucking duck.
So, after all of that, did the Birdman react in any sort of way, or is he just still staring at the water random?
Still staring at the water.
Okay, that's not alive. I'm gonna go ahead and just call it, because that was alive. He would have did something.
Yeah. Regain what was lost.
Maybe we should just keep going and ignore him.
Are there any tales of a person doing that? Like, is that like a regional thing or like a cultural thing?
Give me a Boone Myths and Legends.
Ooh,
I mean, a Bane Myths and Legends.
Those are 2 different things, Malcolm. Don't get me excited.
Give me a straight Myths and Legends then.
God damn it. Straight roll.
Jason, roll it with your heart.
Yeah. Jump to prison. Straight roll. Why did I disappear?
Success!
There we go. I put my thumb up and I disappeared.
Oh.
It's not that it might be. That many different cultures have many different types of figures, from druidic figures to those who focus on the elements. You recall that there are some nomadic peoples who focus on, like I said, like a forest or the mountains. As you look at the kind of the decorum and the way the figure is dressed, you realize it's clearly alive, because while not waving or anything, but as you kind of gather yourself and look over, kind of drenched with water, or Jose's drenched with water, and you look over Shoyebi, you realize that the figure has turned its head and is kind of looking in you all's direction, but still saying nothing. Shoyebi knows this to be, and then you kind of put two together, but this could be a river watcher. They are known to be figures who literally watch the water and decipher omens, and words, kind of prophecy sometimes about the world, but they are very much unconcerned about anything else. They can be approached. It's likely that it may talk to you, but now as you're kind of thinking about this, Shoyebi is realizing that like there was also maybe even some watchers that were using the war. If this is what you think it is, he's here. They are going to probably speak very cryptically, but still may be able to shed light on something that may be beneficial to y'all's journey. But that's if you're willing to talk to them.
The Ayani probably aren't strangers to cryptic messages, right? That's probably normal for my people.
Yeah. No, yeah, that is.
Okay. Excuse me, Watcher. What tidings does the water bring?
And its hand, as it kind of from under those feathered garments, its hand kind of brings its hand up to look toward it. You see that albino skinned, and you realize it's an Ayana as well, underneath the mask. It's, and you asked again. You said what? Tell me again. What?
I asked what tidings does the water bring?
And as it kind of looks to the water, its hand kind of is out, kind of this way, and then it palms its hand down towards the water as though to be receiving a message. Looking in your directions through those hollow, dark eyes inside of the kind of bird-like figure. If I brought it a bit closer to see what this, even though I know it's still on that ridge, I'm just bringing it so you can kind of, because I don't have actually a picture of it today. Actually, I make a picture of this fellow. And so, as it looks into the water, it responds to Shoyebi, sharing this message. Let me roll a die. It says, "You chase jackals, but see only their tails. The jackal with the beak can be rooted out easily, but the pack may be larger than you think."
That was surprisingly cogent, brother. I appreciate the warning.
And I'll put it in the chat here.
Yeah, I understood every word. I was surprised.
Yeah.
I know exactly what he's trying to tell us. He said never give up on the mallard breeding program. They're out there.
And actually, that's anything? Do you ask him anything else?
I figure he gave me the news. I'm not gonna take him from his job. He's watching the river.
And as you go to turn to leave, as that hand is out on connecting from the water, he clutches his fist, that kind of white fist, tight, and then almost like opens it up and gestures it out towards you, and almost like in a magic trick, kind of like when somebody does that whole ear trick, but he kind of puts it out. There's something in his hand, and it's a ball of weed or root, and it is doesn't take a full item. It's a small piece of root, but this herb, when you if you pop it and chew on it, will clear one condition. One of your angry, disheartened, any of those.
Why my people got to be the drug dealers, man? Okay, yeah, we will.
This is a healing balm.
Gladly hey, so are many of the things we experience in life. I'm gonna go ahead and gratefully take this. We appreciate this. This will come in handy as the face of our group continues to get over the loss of his his armor in the background, sobbing in the corner.
Yeah, Eventually, I'll give you the name. I kind of forget the name of it right now, but yeah, he gives you this
Hey,
look that you know.
hey, edible weed, we'll take it.
Yeah.
I did put weed in my notes.
And so you all begin to travel on past the river. Are you all feeling okay? I mean, like, seems like everyone's probably good on light, like, you know, above, so they just kind of continue traveling.
It seems that that Quasimond may not be the head of this particular snake. We should proceed with caution.
Because of that whole fiasco, I will need to require one more, not at a boon or a bane, but just another bushcraft check from Takula to track.
You mean hunting?
You mean hunting, right?
I mean
okay.
Hunting.
Okay.
Because
On Takula.
he ain't crafting no bushes.
Bushes uncrafted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Success.
So you had been moving before this whole situation, like I said, around 5 hours. It's coming up on almost another 4.5 hours, almost another shift. As you set out. So it's about 5 in the evening, though. So like there's still a little bit of sun. It's dropping low in the west, and the west also has that low storm cloud, so it appears much darker. You know, it almost feels like it's night, but it's not yet. There's a bit of dusk, a bit of twilight coming across the horizon. There's also a hanging mist over this valley. And what you do come across, what you see is the space opens up into like the valley that you're in. Opens up into like a valley a few hundred meters across, and in the like off to the left near the bottom of a mountain or a ridge, like a cliffside, are multiple, but you see one prominent mound, and there are these standing stones. These larger than human, slightly larger than human size, maybe 6. Some of them 6 feet, some of them 7 feet. Standing stones that go around in a circle. I'll take a myths and legends check from anyone. Actually, I'll take one from all of you, and so free check from everybody.
Wow. Continuing to roll like hot garbage. Hey, Osei.
Success!
Okay.
And Karasi. 3 successes, 2 fails.
Okay, so 3 successes, that means mostly everyone failed. Mostly everyone as a group succeeded. So with that, you all recognize this to be roughly a type of burial mound or spot where often Alderian knights, possibly, likely even, very likely, knights of the Order of the Veiled Sun would be buried. So it's some kind of crypt, and in addition to that, hold on, let me change this out here. Feel free to roleplay amongst yourself for a moment as I.
Hey, I'm role playing. I heard my favorite words. There's no role playing.
Burial mound, yeah. I would say with the latter half of that whole thing with the crossing, Takula was almost like ignoring what Osei was desperately doing. He just like was trying to dry off his hat and trying to conceal that his hands were shaking a little bit.
There was definitely an Osei that was mourning the loss, as Takula could not give less of a shit about it.
Oh, it's not that he didn't care. It's he didn't notice.
He was hiding.
Colin, Takula is what type of creature again? Is
He's
it an
wolf guy, lichen?
Okay.
Yeah. It was a great loss at the river. as I look at the two of you, and as we mourn for 3 different reasons. Kula for the almost loss of his own life, I would say, for his armor, and me for my centaur.
And I am still playing taps on my horn. Or whatever the equivalent would be.
So you also went the fast route. You cut across, which is great. You kind of got snagged up. Didn't spend too much time on the Takula. Made no fails on the bushcrafts. Okay, so when you arrive, in addition to the standing stone that you see, what you also see in a distance is a gang, the familiar gang of the Quasimon's group. And there are roughly the same amount of them, like 4 of them plus Quasimon, so about 5 figures. And they've kind of set up not a full-blown camp. We're not talking about tents and stuff, but they've clearly kind of set up similar to how they were before. But before they kind of looked like they were just kind of relaxing under a tree, a nice big boab tree. Now they're kind of like starting to set up a bit of a more camp. That seems to be, they seem to be gearing up to do something. And then you see Quasimon walking around the center of the mound and kind of look over, like gesture for one of the others to come over, and they like kind of look down. And you see that they're like talking it over, and what it appears to be is a slab in the center of the circle, like a 5x5 round slab that they've like moved off to the side. So it does look like they are preparing to go into the burial site or into the tomb. And I was actually supposed to make one roll against the group. Okay. And
one glance at Shoyebi, how excited is
and so
Shoyebi?
It does appear that the group is not necessarily on high alert or looking for you all, or looking for anyone around them. They seem to be comfortable and like they kind of seem to be operating as though they are alone. And so there is a possible chance of sneaking up on them. I don't know what you all plan to do here, or if you plan to let them go into the tomb or what, but I'll allow you to talk to me yourself, because as you see this, we will take a 5-minute break as it begins to slightly rain, as the rain begins to come down.
The halfling is doing a jig on Shoyebi's shoulder while Shoyebi does his own jig.
Double jig. Oh, double jig.
We definitely let these fools go into the tomb, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
going into the tomb.
Just roll that rock right on top of them.
So
Let's let them do all the hard work and then come out with the dead bodies that we get to.
Yeah, we about to let them get around some dead bodies and set up a little ambush.
Yeah.
If possible.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Thoughts?
So just to recap, so this guy somebody you guys ran into in the last session?
Quasimon?
Oh.
He's the bird from he's the mean bird from
The mallard, the duck person.
The mallard.
Guy.
Yeah,
the one that was disrespecting
Deborah
everybody.
here that session? She was.
He's
I
in
think
the
she
rule
was.
book. I don't think she saw that.
Oh.
No,
Oh,
because
she
it was
I guess-
in
okay.
person.
So
No,
when
that
they-
was we met him.
Deborah was here
the
when
session before.
in the session before when you all were because Deborah, were you here the session when they were in the hearth house and Nicolo the elder got up to speak and he lost his words and couldn't share the story?
No.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
were?
Yes,
There
I
was this really
was.
So
good
that's
And then
that session. The duck guy was acting a fool and just being like a dick to everybody.
Yeah.
okay, so that's the same guy. Okay.
Same guy.
Yeah, it's the same
Yeah.
duck guy. And we were like, he's getting all this gold, but he's not doing any work for the city. Where is he getting all this gold from? So we wanted to track him down to see what his source of money was.
And he's
Apparently
a
it's
rated
fucking
tunes.
grave robber. That's what we're learning.
Slash just highway robber.
Slash
too,
highway
yeah.
robber. Yeah.
Just a
Just-
robber in general.
Robber in general.
Not a good role model, no.
And apparently just a sub gang leader, because there is a larger gang of people. Because he is not. I'm assuming that this bird is the beaked jackal. I'm pretty sure that's
Yeah.
what my boy was trying to tell me. It didn't feel
Yeah.
very
Sounds
cryptic.
about right.
Yeah. He's one of many.
One of many mallards. that we will have to exterminate along our way.
Honestly, I would love to befriend the mallards, but I don't think Kira's into it right now.
If they're grave robbing,
We go from like all mallards are our friends to we are starting a gang war against these mallards.
Yeah. That would be ironic that we like had that one session to make sure mallards exist, and then
because the funny
switch
thing
around and want to exterminate them.
Right now, essentially you're judging all mallards on one guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
See,
Well-
the problem is he's competing against us. Now, if he
Yes.
would have gotten the goods and then brought them to us as suppliers, that would have been different. We're seeing him go get it. It's like now you're competing. You're trying to get the supply that we need.
Yeah.
This is very, very semantics. Like if we would have met him in a different scenario, we probably would be friends.
Exactly. We'd be like, wow, you're badass. But instead, we're like, I hate you.
Yeah, if we would have just caught them on the road coming back to Daru with all these items that they had, we would have been like, hey, let me buy those off you. We need to resell those.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're bad people.
We're
Looks like
I think we're all traumatized from the jolt into the future that we have yet to address.
Mm-hmm. I feel like
We
the
still
river.
have not talked about it.
Hey, he
No.
killed my centaur. This is my villain turn. It happens right now.
I'm feeling the need of a campfire session after we destroy this duck. That's what I'm feeling.
We'll
Just-
have the
So
campfire session on top of the two.
Are we gonna have?
Yeah.
Are we gonna have another camp? Are we gonna have another talk? As if we were in the silent spell and you were right, fucking finger painting in the blood of our
Yeah.
enemies. It's
Yes.
like we should probably talk about where.
There's
So
probably
what-
some trauma there.
So what happened to going after the Groot slang? Because we had ended the one before the
Right.
in-person session.
we didn't want to
that
do
we
that
were
without
gonna-
above table. We didn't want to go after them without you guys.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we came
Okay.
this way instead.
It was a bit awkward because we didn't have Takula and we didn't have Karasi there for the in-person game, so we're like, let's do
Yeah.
the side thing. Let's see what Quasimon's
So
up
is this
to,
the
and then
rest
let's
of
do
the
this.
side thing? Is that
This
what
is
this
the
is?
conclusion of
rest
the
of the
side.
side.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 So I was
And
like,
and
what happened?
we were told that with the type of meal a bunch of horses that the Groot slang had, that it's probably a couple days before it's gonna feed again.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this
So
is
we
an
have some
in the
time.
meantime kind of thing.
Exactly.
And Ren is also scouting ahead, so hopefully he gets some good information.
Yeah.
And doesn't just
hopefully
die.
he doesn't die.
Mhm.
Like the loser.
Yeah, what
that
are
he
the
is.
chances that we'll go after the Groot slang and just find his body somewhere?
Flip side of that,
Bring
Ren,
him back again.
Yeah, Ren is one of the people that got brought back by Khalid. So I mean, if he dies again, that's not on us.
Okay.
If
I
he
mean, he's having a
question,
bad time of it.
if he dies, can you bring him back? Or
If
is
I
it
have
they
yeah. I can
They can only
raise
come
him
back
as
once.
a zombie. I can raise him as
Yeah.
a zombie. I can't do this whatever Khalid did to bring people back, because he brought
Oh.
people. He resurrected people.
he
Yeah,
full
It's a
on
little
like
different.
Okay. Okay.
That's not in my purview. I don't think.
You're learning.
I think
still.
that is a higher level version of the healing.
Yeah.
It
So-
might be. It might be an. It
Because
might
I
be
took
an
the
animism.
first stage of it. I think resurrection might be stage 4. Stage
It's possible.
3. Stage 3. So I have stage 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be a spell that's going to
Treat
be very
wound,
hard
heal
for us to
wound,
find.
resurrection.
That's impressive. We need that.
Okay, that's why I
We need a
started
healer.
it. Yes.
All I can
Doesn't
do is give you
resurrection,
guys
like-
advantage.
Doesn't it permanently reduce one of your stats too if you use
I
it?
don't know.
It reduces the caster stat, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If Karasi gets to the point where they can cast it, I just imagine it's just you punching them into being alive again.
Yeah.
Smack, 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 smack.
Just doing the claws in like cat slaps.
Yeah.
And I did not think things were going to
That
to
went
go
as
so
bad as possible. It went as bad as possible.
No, we could have lost the donkey.
We
Let's
could
be
have
fair.
lost the dog. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I've been trying to sell this donkey for a week.
I think we
You
give
might-
him a
Who's gonna
name.
carry the tents?
We don't need
Yeah.
tents. We sleep at Daru.
Nuh-uh. Not forever.
We spent one night outside.
We're gonna
Yeah,
spend
but we're
2
not gonna
nights
live in
outside.
Daru. We're
Oh, we
gonna
don't
keep
need no
moving
tents.
around.
And we'll just
That's
We
if
got
you would post-
invited to go see the elves in the woods.
we will kill more people and they will carry our tents.
No. What if they drown in rivers?
Yeah.
This is unreliable.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. When
Take the tents with them.
when Osei spoke over us, I was gonna be like, isn't it just safer just to set an ambush and stop trying to chase them? Because what happens if they don't come back in a straight line? But somebody spoke over us, so I was like, fine. Doesn't care about Shoyabi's opinion. And now, all of our people are under the water. So,
All of your people are under the
ha,
water.
our people, Karasi, our
It's not
people.
Karasi's people.
All right, well, the Karasi not part of us people. That's fine. I see where Karasi stands. All or none, Karasi. You don't get to choose who you love. Gotta love everybody.
It's in her nature
Gang, gang.
not to feel supportive about raising the dead. Death is part of the natural order of things.
This isn't raising the dead. I also it's against my nature to raise the dead too, to resurrect. I'm not doing anything.
Or to desecrate the dead by bringing them, reanimating them, and have them do your bidding.
That's a difference of opinion. They're not doing my bidding. They're doing our bidding.
They're doing
And
your bidding.
It's not doing my personal bidding. Like I'm not having to
It
be
is
fucking
because
butlers.
you're the only one who's deciding.
Hey, we can
what
have
they-
this.
what
We
to
can
bring
have this
back.
conversation in. We can have this conversation in game, but
That's fine.
yeah, that's your opinion of what Shoyabi's trying to do with these bodies is untrue. It's all good. We'll have that conversation. It'll be fun.
So how about if we're gonna have not we. If Osei is gonna have a shop, then maybe Osei should leave Osei's donkey at the shop.
Well, the donkey's also carrying our stuff, which is why I was like, hey,
Yeah.
which the zombies, when they're alive, can do for us.
How heavy are the tents?
It's a combined total of 8 weight.
Yeah.
Oof.
They're 4 apiece, and we have 2 because we can only put 4 people in a tent.
And we have the mess kit, which rounds it up to 10 weight that the donkey was holding.
Yep. Which we bought just to flex. I don't know why we needed a mess kit. We just buy it just to flex on people.
Mhm.
But it is useful. I mean, it's useful from a cooking perspective if we need to cook.
Mhm.
We just rarely cook.
Last time it led to mass food poisoning.
It did, which is why we don't let people cook anymore. We've just been eating stuff raw. I don't know. We've been skipping over the cooking process, and we just say we eat rations.
Yeah.
Which we ate your guys' rations last session, so I didn't take any from mine. But eventually, I need to make you guys whole.
Whose rations?
Oh, not yours, because you were flittered. So Kira's and Osei.
Who? Okay.
Yeah, you don't eat when you're flittered. Or at least that's how we've been playing it, because we haven't been telling people to delete rations while they're gone.
I think. No, I guess I was there for those. There was at one point I did delete rations,
Oh,
but not for
That
a game where I
sucks.
wasn't there.
got it. Yeah. Yeah, we delete. We don't really like do it in real time. It'll just be like, oh, you've done this amount of traveling. Delete this much rations.
Mhm.
Raw rations do need to be cooked though. So for example, like if you killed a hyena or if you took any of the meat off of that, you can't just turn that into a
Yeah.
ration.
So we're not role playing because we have the mess kit. So you just let it happen.
No, well, here's the yeah. I probably would have asked for a cooking. Yeah, I didn't, that was my fault. I didn't think about it because you do need to cook the. I'm assuming maybe you were trying to use the meat later, and then you were using a ration that was already that was already
Got it.
fine. If you got the mess kit, yeah, because I mean there's a cooking skill roll, so there's now, and the reason is the cooking skill roll doesn't mean you're always going to get poisoned either. Like the reason you guys that poisoning was because that land was part of the land was cursed.
Got
so
it.
It's more about that, yeah, than it was.
So the cooking skill is just to turn fresh meat into rations.
Yeah, and sometimes you can get more rations out of it if you cook it well, that kind of thing. So there is some reason to do it, and you can also succeed. You can having a chance to roll for your cooking skill is also a chance for it to be leveled up, right? So if you don't use it, if you want to hand wave it, that's fine. It just won't be something that skill probably won't go up very.
Oh no, we were leaving on you. I don't even know if there's a cooking skill. I think you're lying to us.
Am I tripping?
Is it bushcraft for
Oh,
cooking?
maybe I was.
It's
tripping.
bushcraft.
Oh, you know what? There's
You use
there
bushcraft for
is
cooking.
there's a cooking heroic ability.
Oh yeah, there is.
It,
That's what I was
it lets
thinking
you
about.
automatically succeed in cooking.
That's what I was thinking about. Yeah, sorry about that.
Cool.
Cool. All right. So here's what I want to know: as they go down inside, are you? We're not role playing yet because I know Nikki's not back. I'm just asking this general question: are you guys closing in, or are you still staying from afar and watching? Like once they're all, if they're like all go in, are you guys then moving in around this area, or what? Like what's the plan once? Let's say they all go inside, right?
I will say that there is a chance that these guys are meeting other people inside of this hole. We do know that they're meeting people, or that there's a larger portion of this gang. So do we just ambush them as soon as they go inside so that they don't have a way to run? Or do we follow them until a vulnerable spot? What do you guys want to do?
Okay, theoretically, if we're going with the assumption that they're meeting other people here, they could just run further inside and get more help, right?
And if they look like they're doing that, then we probably should skedaddle.
But it
Yeah.
didn't
then we
seem
just
like
roll
they
the rock over.
noticed us, right?
Doesn't seem like they noticed us.
Didn't
No.
seem
So
like
it
they
wouldn't
noticed
make
us.
sense that they'd be going in to get reinforcements at this time.
No, but if they're going in to this place because this is their meeting with the bigger gang, then they could have reinforcements down here, which
I
is
see.
something we should be aware of.
Yeah. So if we let them go further in and under the assumption that it's a meeting, if we wait for them,
Well, if we're assuming that they're treasure hunting, then we let them go in until they find it, and then we jump them. Because
This is a grave, right?
It is a grave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like a great meeting place for me.
I mean, I was totally chill with waiting outside for them to come back out and then jumping them then with
Yeah.
whatever they acquire inside.
Got it.
What
I
do
think
you
that's
guys
that's possible. I don't know how long we'll wait, and I don't think I'll be able to raise unless there's skeletons within 30 feet of the hole. I won't be able to raise reinforcements to help.
Oh, do you have a time limit too on the?
Oh no.
survive?
It's just it's distance. It's not time.
Okay.
So I just need to be close enough to the bodies, and it sounds like this is a crypt, not like a graveyard.
Yeah, it's a crypt.
So I have to actually go inside to find the bodies if we're gonna raise reinforcements. But I'm okay. I'm cool jumping just 5-on-5 too.
What do you guys think?
Karasi, Takula, haven't heard your opinion on the matter.
Karasi could use a bit of rest since most of her willpower is gone from moving things
That's-
and people.
That's fair.
Booting that donkey.
The donkey and attempts at other things.
Also, you
And
could have
myself.
made a stretch rest on the way over here. The stretch rest would have been 15 minutes, and that wouldn't change anything. That would give you 1d6 willpower back and 1d6 HP. I know no one really needs the HP, but you get 1d6 willpower. You can also clear a condition, and you can clear an extra condition if you interact with your memento. We can skip the role playing on that, so as long as you have a memento. So you can clear 2 conditions, get 1d6 willpower back. That would be probably unless otherwise you have to take a long rest. and you could also do that as well. But yeah. But I doubt you like. I mean, if they're not here 6 hours, then that probably won't work because they'll be coming out when you need to make an action at some point. Yeah.
I'm okay with trying that. If you guys want to try to camp and just put a watch up, I guess, and try to camp for a long rest and see what happens. But again, I can't.
You could do that as well.
There's no
worst
chance
of is you'll see them coming out, or or nothing happens. They stay down there, or you'll.
And they could be coming out with more people than they went in with. Too.
That's a possibility. Yeah.
And it could also be like an underground city where they're going further in.
Yeah.
Where they might not come out at all. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, we're making assumptions, or we're taking risks regardless. Anyway, we do this.
That's why I'm trying to pull the class because.
Well, I was trying to recall, like Malcolm, you said that this guy, what was his name?
Quasimon.
Quasimon. That he was wearing like ancient armor from this sect of knights.
No.
Who was wearing the armor?
The zombie that got drowned.
The zombie that got drowned.
And his was the new version. His was the new version. The old version is the one that Osei was wearing.
Basically, I was making the connection that it appears like they were clearly on some kind of pilgrimage, and they were sacked and whatever. And what you're seeing here, I mean, maybe they were even headed this way because these are all old signs of the old like empire that you're seeing along this road that you've been on. But yeah, they're out of the picture as of right now. Okay. But yeah, that was more. Yeah, but that was so Quasimon actually just looks more like a kind of white feathered duck with a green neck and with a wears a black hood. Looks like a rogue, like your leather armor, cloak. And most of his gang looked the same way, just kind of scummy, kind of like dark makeup around the eyes, and just kind of dirty and
not very respectful around town.
No, not at all.
And we could also try to follow them in.
We could try to follow them in right now and not take a longer rest.
And not engage them at this point, but just to see what they're doing. That's another option.
Yeah. Right. We're not very good at that. They're very aware.
We're not very good at sneaking.
We're not very good at sneaking, and they have very good awareness.
Yeah.
They caught us immediately.
I'm an 8 on sneaky.
I'm the sneakiest. We all know this.
Yes.
Are you really?
I am the sneakiest.
Yeah.
I'm
not. 13.
I am now just gotten up to a 10, and that's because I've been trying to upgrade sneaking ever since I failed that bush check and got those hornets. I've been trying to do better.
Be better.
Okay. I'm a 13 sneaky.
I'm at a 15.
But as a group, the likelihood of one of us failing in this group check is high.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the thing
but our
with
donkey's
sneaking,
probably not that sneaky.
Yeah, that's why you would probably want to. If you were to try to sneak up, you probably want like some people to sneak in advance and go up and then get closer, and then the other group with the other folks would just have to come back. They'd have to come in with a certain amount of. If their fight was to break out, they'd come in rounds later. Another thing is that if they all go down, you probably wouldn't really need sneaking checks if they're all. I mean, it depends on how close you get. If you're gonna kind of go into the camp, I'd still probably need a sneaking check. If they're all down in there, then you would get a boon to it, of course.
Yeah.
So all the people that get a bane to it, we get a straight roll if you're trying to sneak up on their camp while they're all in the dungeon.
Rossi, what's your willpower look like right now?
It's 10 now.
10.
So
I was at 6. Now I'm at 10.
That's 1 Iron Fist and 2 more first levels, or like 1/3 and 2 firsts. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not a 10.
How long does your fist last?
How long does my Iron Fist last? I'm going to... The Power Fist?
Yeah. Duration stretch, so 8 hours? Okay, so in theory, you can get through combat on just 1 spell, if necessary. It's just evading is not going to be great. Okay. I mean, sending you guys forward, sending Takula and Karasi forward first is an option, but I would say that has to be Takula and Karasi's decision.
we'd have to have some way of communicating, or like a signal if you needed backup, if you needed us to come in. Like,
What do you mean?
do we have?
We have never had a signal in our lives, and it's never been a problem for us.
What? I'm a bird. We do signals all the time. What are you talking about?
We just say, "Oh, you've gotten eaten by a giant reptile. It's time for us to get
Here I
into
come."
action."
Well, if we're sending you guys, if we're splitting up and you guys are going in there, like, we should have some way of knowing if you need us.
Yep.
I'm trying
What
to
about-
be nice.
What about setting a countdown?
Oh, if you're not back by a certain time, we come in?
Or like,
like that
if
idea.
you guys get caught, scream really, really loud.
What if they're in so deep we can't hear it?
Rock block sounds pretty well.
Oh, we should probably follow them, like, from a distance. We probably should just wait at the top of the hole.
Yeah.
Because if they scream real loud, but they're real far, that's not going to help them.
Probably give them a 5-10 minute.
We saw
head
how that
start.
worked. We saw how that worked with
Okay.
Drell. We gave him a head start. He was too far for us to help him.
Yeah.
Okay. How long do you guys want before we come in? Do you want to
And-
go in?
Are we just sending you two, or am I going with you?
I'm not sneaky at
Wow.
all. I shouldn't go in there. I got all
As
these feathers.
as the forward scouts, if they go in, well, we're assuming they all go in. It's possible that only a couple of them go in, and a couple of them keep watch.
What? True.
So what do they do?
True.
I
Yeah,
think,
but-
watch them
I
go
think
in.
we reached a consensus of we're waiting for them to go in, and then
Okay.
Yeah. Do they all go in though?
I'm making some checks here for that very reason.
Damn it.
We're whispering very quietly, by the way.
Oh no,
They can't hear us,
wouldn't
Mel.
hear, they can't hear you. I know they
Okay.
can't, I'm not making these based on y'all.
We're talking. We're
Just
talking.
I'm at
above
my own
board.
role playing session right now.
We're talking
Um,
above board. They can't hear us right now. Mel.
Just by the way, we're
Obviously.
so quiet.
We're being like so quiet while we're watching
Yeah.
them.
oh,
This is in
My
hushed tones,
God.
all of it.
There is no way the donkey starts braying randomly while we're trying to hang out.
Aw.
I wanna like I wanna learn the perfect song to soothe the donkey. That's gonna be a side quest of mine.
Okay, so they do all go down.
Mhm.
Excellent.
They don't move the slab back over. You see them kind of like all go down one at a time on a rope into the darkness. And then the clock starts ticking. The rain, they, at least, a couple minutes goes by, 4 or 5 minutes goes by. They're inside.
So do
They
we
all
wait?
take their like exploring packs and their gear. They're geared up, so it's not like their camp is just unattended. The most you see is just like they've just left like the sleeping rolls, maybe a little tobacco's laying on it, like, but even their coinage and stuff, that's all. They all took that down with them.
Gosh, don't they know the rules of pack in, pack out? I can't believe these guys. What you
Yeah.
pack in, you pack out. Look at this garbage. I hate them so much.
So then, now,
Really
now
amateurs.
are you all going to go in closer to the mound? If so, who?
Takula goes first.
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Are you pushing him slightly? Go.
You're our hunter. Go hunt.
We definitely
Am I
coming in.
coming with you?
Wait, no one gave me a time frame. What's your time? When should we come in?
Does anybody have a watch?
I'll
gonna
just
say,
count.
You all are about
just
you all are
count
about
quietly.
a football field away, about 100 yards away from that place. So like whoever's going in and close the distance, and there's not a lot of trees or anything around. It's an open plain, and you kind of go down into the valley and up towards the mountain, like kind of down and then up to where the hill is. And so unless somebody was sitting outside, which they're not right now, the hard part is not sneaking across the valley. You'd only need to make a sneaking check if you are going to close and be inside of that perimeter. If you're going to go anywhere inside of where those stones are, which are probably within a 50-60 foot diameter, then you need to give me a roll, and then even then you still get a boon because there's like rain and stuff in there down below underground. So
Yeah. But I do want to close the distance and try to see if I can hear them active down there.
Cut the rope.
I will literally count.
Is anyone going with you to
10 minutes.
How long?
I think the whole group should get closer.
So the whole group is so it's like
Yeah.
the whole group's getting closer, but who's going?
I'm not going in.
Who's going inside the who's going into the circle? Is anyone going into the circle? And
It sounds like it's just Takula and Karasi. Was that a volunteer? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like Takula and Karasi.
Karasi, did you get some of your willpower back with the stretch rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm at 10.
And then you got your skeleton, your little halfling skeleton, right? And then,
Yep.
It is.
Well, I will protect with my life.
Missing Karasi's mini. Not that I need minis even right now, but I just want to make sure I have them in case we do need them. Jose is staying back. Okay. I think Karasi's going into the circle.
And I think if we go into the hole, if you see us go into the hole, what do we think? 15 minutes? Before
how long
somebody
do you
should
want?
check?
Sure.
Does that
All
seem
right.
like a good
Do you want
amount?
10 minutes? Or do you want 15?
Well, if we're climbing down, it might take us a little bit of time to climb back up.
Right. 15.
15.
And
Okay.
when we go in, we'll try to find them, see what they're doing, and come back.
And report
Deal.
back. Yes, we're scouting.
can
We're
get-
not engaging unless forced. to do so.
Recon only. But I will sit here and I will count
Interesting.
diligently.
Actually, I think I am going to give y'all like 2 minutes and go down, but not follow you. So I'm hoping to
This
find
is assuming we go into the hole.
if you go into the hole, yeah.
And we lost Malcolm.
I guess just
'Cause-
getting minis.
Because there's also a world where it'd be nice for me to set up beforehand if possible.
Oh, you're trying to find some bodies?
Yeah, and see if there's some just down there.
You
If
guys
have
can
already
scout
scouted.
around the stones
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
see
that
if
too.
there's anything to be found, since these are burial mounds, right?
Desecrate some
It's-
graves of brave knights.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like this is grave. It sounds like this is a crypt, so everybody's buried
Well, yeah.
underground, like deep underground.
Yeah.
Well, not deep, but like inside.
What is the technical difference?
Graves would be like they dug 6 feet and put a body in a hole. A crypt would be like this is an underground tunnel, where bodies would be down and through a passageway
Rooms.
Mhm.
inside
Okay.
rooms.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There could be some rabble on the surface.
That's true. I would have to waste willpower to guess for it, so I'm probably not going to
Oh,
unless I
yeah.
see a body.
Could you possibly assemble the bones of any missy matchy thing and make some creepy?
Yeah, I think
bone
that's how I
creature?
ended up. I think that's how I ended up with the centaur. I'm pretty sure that was a horse and a person.
Huh.
Awesome.
So whatever
Well,
Mal's
there.
got, whatever Eldritch Horrors Mal's got in the back is possible.
Yeah. So you should just start learning taxidermy and have like weird little creatures.
I want a jackalope at some point. That
Oh,
would be
yes.
wonderful. Thank
I
you.
feel like he needs like a cadaver dog or something, so you can have him locate for him.
Daverick Dog would be great.
Then he's like, "There's your next one. Then dig here."
Yes. We get the cadaver dog. we
Isn't
get
that what
the-
Takula's for?
The magical item.
Do not
Hunt
call
for
him a
dead
dog.
things.
So the rank pitter patter starting to come down a bit harder. That's maybe helping in your getting closer, like, you know, kind of like absorbing any kind of sound you may make, but you're also all very quiet. So with that, your first check will be a boon, but it'll be a triple boon. So 3d20s, lowest
Oh,
result.
jeez.
Jeez.
Hey.
Who's rolling that?
This is-
Just Takula. That's
Those
just Takula and Karasi. That's
Okay.
it.
So this is sneaking, right?
Yeah. Everyone else is what? Maybe? Are you saying you're?
Oh.
Okay, here's what I'll ask everyone else. Everyone else, how far back you are is how if I'll need a sneak check from you at all at any point. But are you 1 round out, 2 rounds out, 3 rounds out?
I would say 1 round out from the hole, if possible.
Yeah. Okay.
1 round.
Well, probably like a dash from the hole. So
a dash. Okay, then that's about 2. So that's 1 round as a dash. Okay. Got it.
I succeeded,
Dashes.
and so did Takula.
Yeah. Success.
Are you tying off your donkey at this point, or like just because the donkey's not going to dash in, or is it?
Yeah.
I mean, he might dash in if we say let's dash.
So did you want to roll?
I don't think you can dash with the donkey.
I think we tie the donkey off and.
Yeah, I can stay out with the donkey, especially because my horn has the most insane reach.
Okay.
Mal's regretting ever giving you any sort of musical instrument.
I rolled for it during character creation. I literally got the horn.
I just want to know
with
how
the
you
equipment.
play a horn with a beak. I'm just really
We've asked
curious
this
about
question.
logistically how this works.
The beak is soft.
Is it like a kazoo where you're really
like
just
a
going,
little- The bird has like that little bird tongue, like that creepy little
You
bird
put your tongue in it.
You gotta
But how
tongue
do you
it.
get the vibration for the horn to work?
I don't need any more
Are you
detail.
kazooing? It could be like a giant kazoo.
But how is a kazoo any different? It
It's
still it
operated by
just
your
needs the
voice.
air.
A kazoo is operated with your voice.
Oh, by the vibrations of your throat.
Yes. Just somebody
Well,
singing to it. Anyways.
I mean, they're the
Just
least of your
magical
questions in
birds.
fantasy world where there are dragons.
Hey,
and
I'm just
tall
saying
Just
the
bird
assume it's
people,
a
but yeah.
bird horn.
A world where the
Designed
beak
for
is soft. It
birds.
just makes
It's
it the easiest.
specially designed for beaks. I got it at this really
Same.
cool library in a
Well,
city
you have
I've
a-
never
you have
heard
a
of.
little, like,
You still don't
bird.
need lips.
You pretty much have a little like a bird attachment that attaches to any.
You know,
bird
it's
that-
like Apple, how they sell you all those dongles.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a dongle.
Give a dongle for it.
That's what it is.
I have a beak dongle.
So I doubt we.
So we
I didn't
snuck.
hear any- So we could. Okay, so you sneak
We
around.
successfully
success.
snuck.
So with
Takula.
that success, you hear over the rain. You can. So I guess tell me what
Might
your
work.
sneaking looks like. You're in the camp. No one's doesn't seem like anyone's like watching you or catching anything. There is the hole in the ground. Like I said, 5x5 round slab off to the side. You can see the rope dangling down into the darkness. It goes down what appears to be. It's probably closer to a 30-foot drop, but it goes down. But the shaft itself is about 10 foot or 15 foot, so it's about. Actually, no, it's a little bit. Sorry, give me a second. It'd be 20, so we'll say 20 feet. So it's about a 10-foot shaft and then a 10-foot opening space. And the reason you can kind of see the space at the bottom, you can see some shadows kind of dancing around down there because clearly some torches have been lit. You can hear some voices kind of talking. No, right there. I don't know. What do you think this means? I don't know. So now you know they're down there. Are you doing anything looking around the camp, or are you more focused on what's going on down there? What are your next moves? What are your next actions?
Well, you said they didn't leave anything in camp.
They left like
just
some
bedrolls?
some bedrolls, yeah, stuff like that. And then because it started raining, they like pitched I forget what you call those things. They aren't tents, but like just there was
A
something.
lean-to.
Yes, like one of those like over their bedrolls and stuff, and like pitch them near the rocks so that there's some of the rocks have a little bit. Some of the rocks are at angles, so there's a bit of an overhang, so the stuff is like under those things. Yeah.
You know what? We pull their bedrolls out into the rain.
Okay. I mean, well, if they choose to do that, they can.
Fuck yes.
Wait, we can sell those.
Is there anything in them? Did they leave anything inside them?
Don't
Raid
have the
their
carrying.
camp.
I don't have the carrying capacity to carry them anymore because all my zombies are dead.
Okay, so Karatsi's going through the bedrolls. Then that's what I'm hearing. The question is,
I-
is there
I-
anything in them?
Yeah.
Then you're asking me, are you going through those?
I will raid the camp for
Oh,
sure.
so you are now coming
Okay.
into the camp now.
Well,
Yeah, well,
I'm
Takula
sorry.
would've-
Is this
to go into the
inside?
camp.
This is inside that little
Psych.
circle of.
I'm outside.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, we won't move
I
into
do-
a circle
I do
until
quick
they
Only
make a
this,
decision.
this little
through.
space right here. The only people in that space are Takula and Krasi right now.
Yeah, we're not
You
going
guys
into a
are
circle
all,
until
like,
they
right
signal
outside
us.
of that. Yeah.
Yep,
I, just had to
yep.
I had to make a little makeshift version of it on the fly.
Sorry,
So-
I got excited.
No, yeah. So, and I would have put so as you kind of go through the bed rolls, give me I'll take a spot hidden check from Karasi.
Spot hidden. Huh?
Could be solid.
Mm.
Hey,
Look
Mark-
at me.
mark that
Mark
off.
that.
Nice.
You're gonna be our best spot hiddener.
Is it a dragon?
Ooh,
It is
yes.
a dragon.
Oh,
I
nice.
dragoned it. It's my first dragon of this.
We spot
Series.
all the hidden.
All right, with the dragon, these are going to be some. This is going to be a random treasure, but I'm going to roll two. I'm going to draw 2 cards because of the dragon. I'm also looking for something else.
What?
Here.
Just a perfectly shaft-shaped boulder. Hey.
Ooh,
Uh-oh. Darn it, Nick.
What happened?
He left and we switched positions.
Oh,
oh yeah, we all swapped again.
At least this time I'm still in frame. Last time I had
Yes.
to go. I was like, oh.
I can lean.
I'm like,
Otherwise, I'm just a pillow.
here. I'll just. Oh no, wrong way. Oh no, not gonna be able to see the screen very well, but that's okay.
It's fine.
Here we go.
All right, is that a Care Bear Thug Life?
It's
It
Hug
says-
Life, right?
It
Hug
says
life.
hug. It says hug life, but yes.
We all know that there's
I
a
was-
T off camera.
Just
Beautiful.
noticing that earlier. I'm like, I think that says Hug Life.
That's
It
pretty
says-
fly.
I'm pretty sure I got this like at Target.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. We don't support Target on camera, but still pretty cool.
I'm sorry.
I mean, we are in solidarity for Malcolm. We don't support Target on camera.
Shop at Costco next time.
I'm so sorry. I hear they
Um,
have great sweatpants at Costco.
That's what I hear.
you find a. Can you roll a d3 for me?
Yeah,
Okay.
my favorite.
Okay, so I guess I'm rolling a d6.
Mm-hmm.
That'll work. Unless you're gonna be weird like me and roll a d12.
Ooh.
So I got a 2 on my d6. So would that be a 1?
That'd be a 1. So
1 on a
yeah.
3?
You find a in one of the bags. You find a pair. You find a fur, like a fur cloak. That counts as fur towards being in the cold. You find a bag of marbles. You find 4 gold hidden in a boot, and a dagger that appears to have been laced with a type of poison. And it's like in a little sheath, but like when you pull the sheath, you can kind of see that there's like a greenish residue on the dagger that lets you know it has some type of poison on it. What I will ask you to do is later on you can study it to decide what kind of poison is, but for now what you want to do is in your notes put that as poison type 1, so that when you do find out, I just share with me, GM, it was poison type 1, and I'll tell you what kind of effect that
Okay.
is.
You think we're gonna go study to find out how it works?
Or look over it, spend some time bushcrafting when you have
Oh,
time, right?
we
Or
about
you,
to
could, or
s-
you could just use
we
it
about
to
to stab a
somebody.
duck.
Right,
we about
right.
to stab a duck, and you gonna tell us how this works.
So
He'll tell us how it reacts when
While
we do it.
Karasi is going through all of that stuff, what are you doing, Takula, with that moments of time? It's not imagine it's not a very long time, but are you doing anything
Yeah.
with
Um,
that?
Shakula was turning back to the group. He's going to try to silently signal like I'm trying to get myself in camera so I can signal here.
Yeah.
Trying to signal like I've run
Ears. Okay.
ears.
Ears on the ground. Okay.
Trying to signal like hearing voices in the shaft.
2 words. Sounds like.
So they're playing Fictionary like they're going back and forth. As you do that, can I have a spot hidden check from you?
Oh, sure.
I'm counting to myself out 15 minutes, which is what they want.
That's a fail spot hidden.
That is a fail spot hidden.
Okay.
And you're counting 15 minutes.
I'll take one
and
spot hidden
Yeah.
for Karasi, since Karasi was also looking around. You get one as well. But if you fail this, then there's nothing.
Yeah, I feel like I did get waved in though, so I might start moving.
And I was waving in and saying to be quiet.
Okay. If he waves you in, then I imagine that's pretty obvious for everyone.
I was sitting with the donkey counting out 15 minutes because that's what I was that's what I was told to do.
Do
Go
we
in
need
for
a sneak?
backup.
Do we need a
haven't
sneak to
gone
do
down
that?
the hole yet, though.
So you all will need a sneak. You will get the triple boon though. So
will my what's it called? My halfling get a triple boon?
The skeleton will make clacking noise that will mirror the rain. I don't need anything from the skeleton.
Oh yes, sounds like the rain is amazing. Oh no, I rolled 4.
Did you roll for spot?
You rolled a
hidden, Karasi?
35.
But 2 of them passed. 2 of them passed. Yes, Nick. I rolled a 35 on that d20. 1 of them passed, or 2 of them passed, so we're good.
Wait, you have 2 skeletons?
No. I rolled 4 die,
Oh.
and it added up to a 35.
Okay, so you're a success as well.
What kind of fur is this cloak? Do we have an idea? Is it nice looking fur cloak?
It
Is it
looks
another
like it
hyena
might
kid?
be like wild dog or fur, like wolf fur.
Oh, so like lichen.
Not like lichen, but wolf. we
Does it say wearing clothes, or are you?
We've come to
naked?
understanding
He's
that
wearing
clearly the
clothes.
beast kid
Drill
doesn't
Okay.
see
babies.
themselves necessarily as.
He's Donald Duck in it, but he has clothes on.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
just a
sorry. I
nightgown.
keep asking Crossy. Did you make a spot hidden check? Or no?
Yeah, that's the one I got the dragon on.
No, a new one.
A new one.
Is it a new one? Oh, sorry, I missed that one. Is it just regular?
You
Or
got
is
a
it a
dragon on
boon?
your last one. I'll give you a boon because you got your regular. Because you got a dragon on your last one.
Okay.
Hey.
I succeeded.
Okay. So as you're getting those few things from the camp and everyone else is kind of closing in, you notice that on the slab that's off to the side, that was originally covering the tomb, there's some inscription on there that says, "Springtime buds and flowers bright, summer's sun and balmy night, autumn leaves in vibrant glow, winter's snow and icy woe." That's what's etched on the stone.
Now I know my character sheet says 16 intelligence, but
Yeah, is that recognize? Does that mean anything at all?
Not really.
that is how the weather goes. I agree.
It is, yeah. And you said that this
It's
burial site was possibly associated with that order of knights,
yes.
but there's no sure association.
I imagine that it was likely that they wouldn't directly mark them. So for this idea of grave robbers and things like that of this nature, very thing that's happening. So it's more about the way the knights in those old days were buried. They were often buried in these like burrows, and those standing stones were often used as markers by the colonial empire, and often both in Aldaria and in Akbalon, those knights who had come over, they would have probably been buried with with their servants and anyone else who was a kind of a part. Each knight was like almost like a master unto himself. He might have servants, he might have a squire, he might.
But they waited until they died, right?
That we don't know.
Malcolm.
That you all don't know. Did they need
funerals for all?
Or it might have been just that been a space that they were put there. They were placed there after death, or But
we finding all elves on site. Okay.
Yeah. So far, there's still some rummaging around. You hear them down. Like the talking is a little echoey. It's kind of being masked by the rain, but it seems to be kind of some building frustration down below about what's going on and like. What do you think about no, not that door. No, that door. No, not that. I don't know. Kind of bad. That's kind of what Takula would probably be. Only person closest to the space at this moment, hearing the back and forth down there. As the rest of I didn't get the rolls from Osei and.
I don't know if they came. It sounds like Kira's counting in her head.
My plan was to stay with the donkey and count to 15 minutes and go if they don't come back by then.
Osei, seeing Shoyebi and the rest going forward, says to Kira, I'll go check. You stay and
I don't know about this. Quasiman, maybe we should just go back. I don't know. I don't understand this. It could be some kind of trap. Don't worry about it. We've got this. We've never had any problems before. Like this conversation still happening now.
Osei sneaks up.
Okay. Triple boon, 3 D20s. Osei.
Rupnik. Get 3 D20s. Yeah.
What?
All right.
Nice.
Mark that.
Mark it off.
You're gonna get so sneaky.
He's so sneaky now. He's so light. You feel the movements.
The training weights are off.
I need to make a roll here. I'm gonna make this roll live.
Is that bushy brow I see? It is currently a 5-on-5.
1 through 5. Something. So 10 or under. I'm looking for. 2.
Oh! How dare you!
My bad.
Meteor from above takes out.
I got really low on that, so there was a chance that whatever they're doing down there, whether they were gonna kind of get spooked and want to come up. They clearly seem like they're staying put. I rolled a 2 to keep so they're all kind of settling in down there, but taking their time. We're kind of been moving in real time, slightly real. Yeah. So yeah, this is around the time it's been taking.
Okay. Well, how loud is it usually when you create zombies?
It's not as much of a loud thing as it's very visual. Yeah. You can definitely see these things being risen. If I look in the hole, are there visual cubbies to where I'm pretty sure?
Do you need to be able to see them?
No, not according to this thing.
So it's up to you.
Not according to this list. You tell me, because I didn't create this. Somebody created a spell.
I was on the point of just going down there to see.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna scout and look and come back.
If the light is within distance to create shadows at the opening, are you guys still gonna go down?
What I will say, you can't see when you look down there into the shaft, because it's 5 foot wide, but it goes down about 10 foot, and then 10 foot drop to the space. The space inside the room is clearly larger than the shaft, so you're not able to see any of the walls. Unless someone's standing directly underneath, you don't see them. I imagine when you do look, there's there's a small a dwarf rogue who's standing right underneath. He's like, what about that? The one to the south. He's standing right under there. But what you don't see is any walls. So you don't see any crypts. You don't see. But you do get this. I will tell you this: what's coming up from that hole is a musty smell of age and kind of like old vegetables and just kind of a funk of death and decay. So there's clearly corpses down there, and they aren't they're kind of like, some of them have their masks up, they were expecting that, and you are probably expecting it too.
Yeah, so it'd be 3 corpses within 90 feet. Just your verbal corpse. It doesn't say anything about sight.
Okay, I'll take it. So if you do it, yeah, you want to try to raise.
I'm not confident that there's 3 corpses within 90 feet.
Okay. Are you wait? I imagine that you're confident that there's corpses down there.
Yeah, within 90 feet of where I am at the top of the hole.
I mean, 90 feet is pretty large. If this is, I mean, this isn't a within. Well, here's the thing: does it go down? Does it go down or up? Is the question.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just like a straight, if it's like a circular room, or if it's like a straight hallway.
It's not a radius, so I would say like, I imagine that it might permeate the depths of the ground. Like if you were standing in a cemetery, most things aren't buried more than 8 feet under the earth. They're gonna rise. I think it's within. Well, it says within 90 feet. So
it says 90 feet.
I'm sorry. Give it to
it says 30 feet per power level. So I plan on casting it at 3rd level to get 3 corpses.
If they're 90 feet deep in the ground, like here's the thing, like you could stand on the ground and do it 90 feet, and if the creature was 90 feet down, it would just rise and be stuck in the hard earth because it would not be able to claw its way out. So yeah, if there's something in a crypt that's 10 feet down, 20 feet down, and you do it, and it can get out and climb out, absolutely.
I guess that's our easiest way to start this off, though, right? It's just me trying.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
what do you want them to do if they do rise?
Those are just distractions.
Okay.
Where if they rise, that's us. It's fight time, right? Because they're gonna fight. I'm assuming it's just a fight for their lives. Can I even instruct them from here?
That's the question. Yeah.
I'm assuming it's just a fight for your life when you wake up type of scenario. I don't necessarily think that they're gonna.
If he's gonna start doing this, can I cast my Power Fist? If we're gonna start riling things up,
you should cast that anyway, because it lasts for 8 hours. So just cast it.
Right.
What level are you casting it at?
Let me just look at it for a second.
As you see the combating forces, the light and the dark.
That's a D6 for each level.
That is a D6 for each level.
And is each level cost 2?
2 more, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do 2 levels. I'm worried about not having enough willpower.
That's fair.
Got it. I am going to do 3 levels, and as some of us are very familiar with, you will see Karasi's eyes, which are usually all silvery white, go completely black, and the thick viscous shadows, like oily, drip down from his hand that has the ring, and that oily viscousness will crawl down into the crypt and start seeking out its targets. I'm assuming it's fairly quick. It's not like they can stop it or anything like that, but
so my Power Fist is successful, so
I am going
to... I'm also successful. It's just 15 is scary as hell.
Okay.
Question is, do they lock up their dead?
Let's go ahead and make your check to see if this...
We made our checks. We both succeeded.
Both succeeded. So you were already describing how that works. So at that exact moment, that Shoyebi is casting this the spell. Takula, you hear, and then what was Karasi casting? What was Karasi doing?
Power Fist at rank 2.
Got it. So she can have the magic power left. Okay.
Since it seems like things are going to start going down. We're coming up. Seems like.
Takula, going back to you because I imagine you're still closest to the, and like hunting ears still up. Hear one of fellas go, well, this door is already open, so just, no, that one's already open. Just open this. Let's just check this one. And you hear like a clink and it's like rain, pitter patter, and that door being opening. And then you hear like a, no, help me move it. And then you begin to hear this shuffling, and then you hear a scream. Oh shit, no, fuck, kill it. No, kill that one. No, nothing. No, God, and you start to hear.
I'm going to start climbing down.
You're going down, okay?
Yeah.
Going down?
We're going down.
All right.
Okay. I guess if he starts going down, Karasi's going down too.
Heck
I just
yeah.
assumed we were going to wait for them to come out. But that's fine.
Nah, it's a distraction. We climbing down. Let's go. Ooh, I love the double up layers. That's dope.
He was
Ose
waiting
does
for
the
this.
big arm waves over to Kira
The donkey.
as
She said, I'm concentrating on counting.
So
I'm
who's
counting.
Going
I
down
don't want to
first?
mess up. I don't
Takula
wanna mess
first.
up. I don't want to mess up.
Then
Followed by
Karasi,
Karasi.
and then Shoyabi. Yep, put the
And
cat in
then-
between.
What are you? And you're keeping your skeleton upstairs, and then Osei staying up, and then
Yes,
There's
we'll
a
keep the
front
skeleton
walk up there.
upstairs.
He needs it.
Kira's about at least a dash away, right?
Yeah.
I hear. This door's
Sure.
open.
Because we're protecting this skeleton, right? We're not letting it get into battle.
We said that if there
Must
was like
protect.
loud screaming, that would supersede the 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully you hear them say, kill it. On that one.
I don't think so. I don't think I'm that close.
Oh, I need to. Sorry.
Hey, that's that shifty plant. I'm just playing. I don't know what that green thing is laying down in the background, but
Mm,
I don't think it's shifty plant. But Mal does have a very shifty plant that we're scared of.
Was that from last game too? I don't remember a shifty plant.
Yeah, the
tree
shifty
that
plant with the
definitely
shifty
has
plant.
hands.
And he's also got a tree that's just thick. And I'm like,
Yeah.
we know that tree. You gotta keep an eye on that one.
So Kira's still offside.
Yeah, I'm.
And then what am I thinking of? Okay, so as all of this is happening, let me see here. Jeez Louise, there's so many things to track here. I will say, okay, now because of all this, I will give you all a free round. So this is a sneak attack. I'm gonna need to give you the lay of the land of what you're seeing in this space. Okay. So what you find is that as you get down into this room, there's a narrow passageway. There's a dirt floor that open, and there's openings that lead several directions. You clearly you're picking up the panic in multiple directions. You can see that to the basically to the east. This would be the east side. There's a door that is cracked, and there's a torch flickering like from that one, so that someone has gone into that room. You all have just come down. You'll see them soon enough, but if you around each corner here, there is doors, 2 double doors to the north. To the south, another door is open, cracked. I'll just remove them for now, so I don't have them as open doors. And there's the flickering of a flame, and now and there, and you kind of like in slow motion, whoever's in there are yelling out, but the major commotion is coming from So east, south, west, the west side of the room. The door is wide open, and there are two roguish figures, two of Quasimon's scum gang, who are being attacked rushed by skeletons that are coming out of whatever crypts are in that room. And you can see that they're being like grabbed, and one is being like bit, and the other one is being like is being kind of like the skeleton is just stabbing it with like bony fingers in his neck. So that's what's happening. The door, like I said, the door down here is cracked. You see the torchlight. The door down to the south is open, and you see a dwarven fellow with red gloves standing, and the lid of a sarcophagus that you can kind of see in that area is open, and you can see a small knight rising up out of rising up and sitting up. All right, so this is a free act. So before we even get into, this is your free, you guys can do it in whatever order you want. What do you do?
I sense two skeletons off to the right, or to the east, or the west, the big commotion. I sense two in there.
Yes.
Do I sense that the third one, the little dude that's coming out of the sarcophagus, is mine?
Give me a boom. Yeah, this is... Actually, you would know this. I'm gonna be... So what you're quickly realizing, as you all get down and settle in, Shoyebi, is that none of these are your skeletons.
That's cheating. Okay. All right.
So if you had to cast control, that would have been different.
That makes it. Yeah, that's different. Yeah.
These are already undead.
Yep. I do have control. I just don't have it.
I don't think you know. Do you know control?
Oh, I don't have control yet.
You don't
yeah.
have control yet.
Control is the third rank 3 spell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's definitely one that Khalid knows. Yeah.
Yeah. I do not have it yet. Yep. Okay. Cool. All right. Those aren't mine.
Yeah. I think.
You guys can always just hurry back up if you want to spend the turn leaving.
This is true.
You do have that option as well.
I do want to say I didn't take that time to react. Just assuming that they are his, Tekula would have turned, grinned, and winked and shot at the dwarf who's to the south. Yeah,
I would have waited, but since you asked the question, since Shoyebi asked the question, it sounded like he was about to try to. Yeah. I imagine in that moment was trying to get them to do something. That's when he realized, oh shit, I don't have control of any of these skeletons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Tekula would have not waited for him to react, though. So
what would Tekula do?
He's shooting at the dwarf to the south.
Got it.
The alive person.
Okay, you're going to get a boon to that, of course. And
yeah.
I haven't done sneak attack rules, so let me freshen up on them really quick here. And I know we're going to close out here soon, so this is but we'll get this one round in for tonight.
I believe it's one extra weapon dice for the sneak attack.
For a sneak attack if they don't see it coming. Yeah, basically just doubling your extra weapon attack.
Is that only if you have
damage?
That ability though?
No,
the sneak attack ability.
Everyone can sneak
attack. That ability enhances the sneak attack, I believe.
Oh, yes, there's an ability that enhances your sneak attack.
Yeah, when you sneak up on someone undetected, perform an attack. It's called a sneak attack. Can be done, blah, blah. If you succeed, attack counts as surprising. So we choose initiative, get a boon on attack. They can't dodge or parry. And if you're using a subtle weapon, increase the damage die by 1 size.
Is the arrow a subtle weapon? I don't know.
I don't think so. Well, and it would go from a D12 to a D20.
Heck yeah.
But I don't think we do that.
Yeah, we do.
If it's a subtle weapon?
If it's a subtle weapon. I don't think an arrow is a subtle weapon.
No, yeah. Okay.
But we do get advantage and they can't dodge or parry.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't see it
About
coming.
a poison dagger.
Throw it.
Well,
I'm
Let's
not
get
a
that bow
throwing
first.
weapon person. I am a punch in the face person.
All right, so that should be
I could
a
stab him.
success.
Oh, yeah, it's based on your attack. So yeah, if you hit, all right, go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, and so it's supposed to be 2 weapon dice.
That's only just one depth dice now, right? It's just only if you. It was only 2 weapon dice if it was a subtle.
So
weapon.
it's only a subtle weapon that gives.
Yeah, so
Okay,
it's just
okay.
a yeah, you just hit.
Okay,
Yeah.
So-
The only time you double die is on a crit.
I see.
a D12 and a D6.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, 13.
13.
Oh my gosh. How do you kill him?
Longbow is no joke.
Yeah, it goes right through the back. Well, I mean, you actually, where do you place it? But yeah, it's a kill shot.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go for the heart. The
Heart.
thing's
So-
kind of.
This long feathered bow. And as he drops, like the dwarf goes down, then the next thing that comes into frame and focuses for you is the skeleton, like rising out of its crypt, climbing out. He goes face down,
Yeah.
and is dead.
And it is like a slow motion reaction of like Takula does the like smile and wink and realizes that he's making a mistake.
Yeah,
and
now he
cringes in the
goes.
middle.
No mistake, but also that's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still killed one of them. You can still move on your action.
Could go back up the rope, but I'm not going to. I don't want to. I don't want to close with this guy though. I mean,
Yeah,
can
so if you want to stay where you're at, you're welcome to.
or
Start
actually
moving up.
head further around the corner to the east.
Okay.
Not my whole movement, but just a little bit, just around there. Yeah, that's
Here?
good.
That's like 15 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Like peeking around the corner ability.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who's next?
Karasi, I guess.
What is straight down from
The dwarf.
that straight ahead of us? And that's
The-
where this
Straight ahead of you is where the dead. Yeah, you could see.
dead
the,
dwarf
Yeah, I
and the
just shot a
skeleton.
dwarf. Yeah.
Let me take this down. So.
There you go.
Um,
Then what's
dead,
to
dead
the
dwarf,
left?
You see dead dwarf, and then the rising skeleton.
And what are to our characters' right, or the opposite way that
The
He went?
two rogues, the 2 Quasi-Mon scum gang fighting skeletons in the hallway. I'll try to.
Okay. I think he'll go, or Karasi will go after one of the rogues.
Okay.
Oh
Is the skeleton between
Uh-oh,
us
damn it.
and the rogues, or
no, they're on the other side. They came out of that room.
okay? I mean, in this instant, they're not gonna know. We're not gonna know that these aren't your skeletons, right?
I think they know
So-
because he just said it. He just was like, "Oh shit, they're not mine."
Depends how fast you ran.
I'm gonna give you guys the benefit of the doubt. Like I imagine show you, he's like, "Oh no, like like kind of you guys are like, oh shit." So you all know now.
Well, what's the alternative? That we go back up the rope or the ladder?
It's all split
That's a
second decisions
possibility.
here.
Yeah, these are all decisions you can, and because of how Dragonbane is it's an unforgiving system sometimes. So I'm not gonna give you guys a hard time about figuring out, but just whatever decision you decide is whatever decision you decide.
I
So,
said I was gonna attack the rogue to the right, so that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
okay, so are you running up on one of these? Okay,
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm hitting him with my
So lightning, quick
Power
feet
fists.
rush in. I'll move this so we can see the interaction here. He doesn't even have time to turn around because he's like being attacked on both sides. You will get a boon because he's being attacked on. I'll give you the boon because you already may have the boon because of the surprise attack. But because he's being attacked, I'll give you a triple. I'll give you 3.
okay. This is brawling. Can I add more than?
If you've
What?
got
You can.
yeah.
How do you add another one?
The dice on the bottom that pop up when you try to roll.
Okay.
You just click on one and it'll say 1 above the d20. Unless you're like me and click too many
Okay.
times.
Okay, fine. So I just okay.
Yep. You just did it like me. but
And I-
7,
How
11,
did I
11
do
are
so
just
many?
great. I have no idea. 7, 11,
I
11 are
clicked
just great.
Okay, so it's additive to what you're doing. Okay, so
Yeah.
the first 3 were 7, 11, 11, is that right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, well all of those
Yep.
success anyway. Okay. So I succeeded in that. So then I roll damage, right?
This is like 20 d6s, right? Like, how many d6s
Sorry.
are we talking about?
Punch him into next week.
Mm-hmm.
How do I see what the damage is going to be?
Your regular brawling attack is a d6, right?
It's a d6,
Yeah.
and then for every like, if you
I did my power.
yeah,
Which was
So
level
it's
2,
an
which was
extra
an additional
D6.
2.
It's an additional
it was
2.
additional 2 d6 because you did the upcast of it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Power 2.
And then plus either your strength or your dex, which is
yeah.
I don't know which one it is, but whatever bonus that
For
gives
brawling, it's going to
It's
be
strength.
strength.
you. Okay.
Is it just a d6, and it's probably like 4 up to 4 d6 that you're about to roll?
It's
4
probably
d6.
Yeah, if your strength die is also a d6.
Oh.
Jeez.
That's a good amount.
Brutal.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's dead.
And that was to the back of his head, by the way.
So his head
Oh my
you smash
God.
the back of his head in, it like cracks against the skeleton's skull. He goes down, the blood splatters all over the skeleton. It's like shuffling forward. The dude beside him screams, like turns and sees like that you just destroyed one of them, and then you look down, Karasi, and also see that what Jason was calling the plant or something is actually another body lying in the corner. That body is been here, kind of that putrid smell as you're smelling. That there's a body of another what looks like grave robber that is long decomposed.
I couldn't get that one.
You would have gotten that one.
Let's go.
It just took him a bit to start moving.
Yeah. So that one
Wait,
starts to
just a
wait,
little
that one
wait,
starts to
wait,
shuffle.
Karasi, don't punch that one. Don't punch that one.
Well, I'm assuming I don't know if she has time to back up a little bit after she does that punch and
She
sort
does.
of
That one
give a little
stands
bit
up,
of
Jason,
space.
and that one has a short sword.
Yeah, I mean, I was just curious. I'm like, hey, there's another dead guy down there. Maybe I didn't completely waste my spell.
Actually, there's another one in the room with this. So if you whatever you want them to do, yeah, you've got 2. Because there was one in that room that you all couldn't
So
see.
Karasi would have backed away so she's out of immediate swing range because that's what she does.
Mhm.
If she has the ability to do
Is
that.
that like right about there?
Yeah.
Is fine. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Who is next? Kira's, I imagine you're spending your time rushing to get to the mound, so that'd be a dash. So you'd be right above.
Does she hear our noises?
Yeah, that's my question.
Ose
'Cause
waved. Big wave over to
Ose waves
Kira
over, so I
when-
imagine, yeah.
Okay.
I'll give it to you.
Tie
Yeah,
off,
so she.
I'll tie
she
off
would
the
wanna-
donkey.
But she's pretty much
And-
right. She would be rushing over and would end her turn at the top of the mound, like
Which is
above.
How long is the rope? Because Ose would be going down at this point.
It's a 20-foot rope. Like it's tied just
20 foot.
enough to get to the bottom. Yeah.
Okay, so Ose gets to the bottom. Haha! As quick search. The zombies are under Shoyabi's control because he did not hear Shoyabi at that point. So he's looking at that one dude, that one rogue there. Quickly takes that paralyzing dagger out and throws it at him.
At who? At that other rogue over there.
The other rogue, yeah.
Okay.
You know that don't come back, right? You gotta go get that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hits.
Love it. Okay, it's gonna hit. Go ahead.
So-
and roll damage.
Okay. It's just a regular dagger for damage. So that's a D8. Just a D8.
Okay, just D8.
3 damage. And
Good
does
contact.
it still have the poison?
Or did he waste it all on himself?
Oh, you did the poison?
That's the paralyzing dagger.
Oh, that's the dagger. Oh, that's the paralyzing dagger that you got last
That's the paralyzing
session.
dagger.
Okay. How much damage are we looking at?
He took 3 damage.
Okay, so then, yeah, he's paralyzed, which I haven't looked at paralyzed. What is the paralyzed?
I mean, it means
so
he's
basically
not
he's
doing
stuck
well.
in shape, and he's gonna have to if every turn that he's a lot he can at the end of his turn, he'll make a Constitution check to try to break free.
Okay.
But he can't move or act, and he's taken 2 damage with the armor. Let me make sure I note that here. So 1 is dead. 1 has taken 2.
Do we see the deck anywhere?
No, nobody's seen Quasiman at the moment.
I used my action in order to sense which ones were mine or not.
Yeah, well, no. I think you used as you went to go use them. You suddenly noticed, you're like, oh shit, the ones that are rising are mine. Now you're starting to get your grapple on whose those are. So you can actually, with this free action, with this surprise round, you can use those skeletons. So. If you
I would probably just ask them to come to me, the ones that are on my team, to come to me. So if that's a dash, that's a dash.
It's not even gonna be a dash.
Okay.
This will be a regular movement.
Well, I guess that
Actually,
one has.
no, it would be a move because what are the average skeletons?
Skeleton only moves 20 feet.
Yeah. So this one would have been 5, 10, 15. This one would have been 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, this one would have been 20 to get. This one's here. 5, 10. Yeah. So yeah, using the 20 for them to get close.
Yep.
Kinda.
And I don't see any other living bad guys. This one's paralyzed and is going to get eaten by those zombies. So I will just use the rest of my turn to make it clear that any skeleton that's not directly next to us is not our friends.
Got it. Is that the end of the surprise round?
Yeah, because I have a stave and I don't want to run up on that guy and have to be in melee with those 2 skeletons. Well, I guess I could run up on him and come back, yeah?
Yeah, you could. The guy who's paralyzed, or?
The guy who's paralyzed, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Boon.
I'll just keep you where you're at, because I know what you're doing.
He gets a boon, right? Because he's
Why'd I roll-
paralyzed.
why'd
Yeah,
I
he's
roll a
paralyzed. You get a
sword?
boon. He's paralyzed.
I rolled the sword and it didn't roll that boon. Whatever. Roll one more time. Actually roll stave this time. Okay, that succeeds. I should have been rolling this. It's only 6 sick damage.
6 damage for another 5. 7. He's not looking well, but
Okay, yeah. I'll back off of it and get back to basically where I'm standing. If I think that would have worked.
Okay. As all this is happening, with your attacks, give me 1 second here. So good amount of damage done so far. So as all this is happening, Shoyebi's calling his skeletons to his aid. Skeletons are rushing out of that room. The skeleton that's in this room down here below, what you all also, this is not something you'd be super paying attention to, but some of you might pick up on, is that each of the doors, because at this point most of them are open, But was you like they have like a symbol on them that appears to be one of the symbols of like one is
like spring, summer, autumn, and winter.
Yes, for the different seasons. Whatever it is, it clearly is that the Quasimon gang did get it right and have triggered a full-blown trap of the burial mound. So that's why, as you were casting, those that are rising right now are not necessarily yours, but you were able to bring back the bodies of other adventurers who had come down here and died in the midst.
Should have been a little slower, then I could have brought back the rogues.
The figure that's starting to shuffle forward in the hall looks to be like a squire or an old knight, ragged armor. The others down there might be the servants. And as this is all happening somewhere deeper within, you hear that grinding, the movement of the sarcophagus being shifted as the top falls off of it. As you can hear something ancient and old pulling itself out of its crypt. And that is not your main attention, but you realize there are still multiple dead rising all around you. You hear a scream, and swinging wildly as she backs out of the door, you see remember the one roguish figure who stood in the fairway with Eddie's character, with Drell. She is swinging her blade, and what is following her is the ghostly visage of a woman, and her blade is going through it, and it is doing nothing. She then quickly goes to grab. She realizes in her panic that blade will not work, and she goes to grab. She swings a musical weapon off her, an instrument. It appears to be a kind of lute or guitar type weapon, like almost like fashioned in like a gourd bowl and along. And she goes to try to string it, and before she can get it like properly set up, this creature, this ghost, wraps its ghostly hands around her throat and begins to kind of throttle her throat, and you kind of see her eyes roll back in her head, and it lifts her off the ground. This woman, flowing hair, and they're kind of her very fair and pretty face becomes to kind of contort to like dark sockets, and a jaw that drops open, and then she stops moving, and she is dropped to the ground. And then that ghost looks at you all and lets out a terrible scream as you hear a blade in the other room being dragged slowly across the floor. We'll end tonight's session there and pick up right here, back in combat.
Nah, I swear to all that is holy, if I see a damn pyramid head mini, bro, we fighting. I don't want to see no pyramid heads. Okay. Whew.
Oh my god.
I don't need that type of. All right, so Quasimon is in here somewhere. We just don't know yet.
You don't know where Quasimon is. Quasimon is probably hiding, but yeah, we.
Takula, I think we need a trade, bro.
Ducks.
Trade?
I think we need a trade. You need to come over here and handle the squire. I'll take care of the girl. We need to switch off.
Let's do it. I don't know this musical bullshit.
You chose the wrong direction.
I thought that corner was safe.
Oh
man.
no! Oh no! This is all bad.
Hey, it looked like
I
she
thought
know
for
that.
a second, as soon as I let that out, that like when Jason asked that question, I was like, oh, well, the cat's out of the bag. They're not in skeletons. I thought you guys were gonna climb straight back.
I
out
thought we were too. I
Yeah.
almost did, but then I looked up and saw Osei's useless ass climbing down.
They
Was
still
like,
can,
fuck.
but yeah. It looks like combat next round is Quasimon is up first, followed by Karasi. Then any one of the scum. I have to remove some scum that are alive because two of them are down. And then scum, skeleton, Shoyebi, Kira, another skeleton. Which
Brad, like, have you considered adding some of us to the initiative?
Quasimon, scum, Takula, Drell. If Drell comes back, he'd be here. then the Knight, and Scum, then Knight. So yeah, we'll see. I'll have to pull two of the Scum are out because they're dead. So I'm gonna take a picture of this too because I know how weird
Cool.
this can be. Let's do level ups. Yep.
Cool. Are we meeting again in February or the next session in March?
Let me look at this really quick. Good question.
Okay, 1 success there.
Hey, for acrobatics, huh?
Yeah.
I thought that I have the 22nd in my calendar.
That seems right to me.
Is that?
That'd be 2 weeks from now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you scheduled 3 games for February.
Yeah, I think I just scheduled every 2 weeks. So because remember one game got pushed back, so I think we did 2 games back to back. So yeah. That's probably why.
Oh yeah.
That's why we
cool.
have the third game this month. Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, as long as you're fine with that.
That's fine.
Good shit, Osei.
I know my mom's birthday is the 23rd, but I think she's doing the week ahead. If anything changes, I'll let y'all know. But right now, I plan to play on the 22nd.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey Mal, you been thinking about some books recently?
Oh yeah, man. I've been like, I'm like so torn, and I almost thought of like I wanted to read. I was thought about reading Westworld till I realized it's only 100 pages, and I was like, that's too short of a book.
Hey, apparently on our book challenge, we need to read a book that's 150 pages or less, so that'll knock a book off. Right now,
really?
Right now, I'm reading Bunny because that's a single word title.
I felt kind of cheap choosing it, but I've always wanted to read Westworld.
No, 100%. We'll take light.
Yeah, it'll be a light read, and it's probably something that with everything that I'm doing could get done.
And it gives us an excuse to try to meet up again. And if we can't meet up, we'll just do it on the line, or we'll do something. But it gives us an excuse to try to meet up.
So yeah, I choose. I think I was going to choose Westworld.
Dope.
Because I've always read Jurassic Park, and I've always wanted to see how Michael Crichton, how his writing style was way back then versus like, because I feel like Jurassic Park is literally him writing the same book again, but with dinosaurs instead of robots.
Is that a repeat for you, Colin?
Westworld? No.
Westworld? Yeah, so I know we talked about Jurassic Park, so I was like,
that's cool. That's a new book for 4 of us at the very least. That's dope.
Okay, let's do that. Then.
I'm down.
We'll just have to ping Henry. Let him know.
Yeah.
Westworld.
All right.
Westworld. No, just Westworld.
Westworld.
Question, Karasi, can you punch ghosts?
I might be able to banish them.
Ooh.
If you know that spell and I guess you would have prepared that spell for today. Are you at a have you reached your capacity like I have?
What do you mean?
Like I know more spells than I have memory for, so I have spells that are unprepared now.
Yeah.
I need to look through that.
Yeah, because you can only keep number spells started to your starting.
What was your starting intelligence?
12.
12. So that means you could keep 6. So Karasi can only keep 6 spells at a time. And
let me look at how many I have.
Yeah.
That I know.
Memory. That's a werewolf.
I'm looking at the wrong. Magic tricks don't count against that, right?
They do.
No.
They do.
I thought they did.
They do.
Hmm.
That's why it sucks.
That actually sucks. I'll see about homebrewing that. I'll see. But yeah. We'll keep playing. We'll play a little.
It equals to your base chance
I think that dissuades you from ever you want to use a magic trick.
It does. It's equal to your base chance for many spells as described later in the chapter. You either know a spell or you do not. You do not have skill levels in individual spells, only in the school. You hold your spells in your memory or grimoire.
Yeah, let's maybe make a rule. Let me read that one more time. I know you're right, but I just want to see why that would be. School of Magic.
The one question I have for you, Malcolm, is it looks like I need a holy symbol to use it.
To use what?
Banish. Would that have been something that was part of my training I would have acquired?
I think that's fair to ask. What is your memento?
Okay, hold on. Because I know I have a
Because you know what I'll do is I'll treat. I think it's kind of one of those things like where you get sworn into office where you can swear on anything you want, right? Like traditionally it would be a Bible, but like if it's something else you choose while he taught you, whatever that thing is ends up being your holy symbol.
Yeah.
So whatever you chose to be that holy symbol when you trained is what it's going to be. So what did you choose is basically what I'm asking.
That's funny, because if you ever teach it to me, I'm about to be using something that you think is very unholy to cast a spell.
So, I think it's an amulet.
Okay.
That's my focusing object. Is that different?
That so basically you can I don't like I said because
I also now have a sun necklace that I don't know what
you could choose the sun necklace. If you had it, especially while you were training, then you could use the sun necklace. But
my amulet was the main thing for my mentalism.
Why don't we just make it your amulet then? It's like you because Jason and I, to kind of like explain that too, and not just that I'm just hand waving it, but like Jason and I have even talked about how like in this world, there's very hard set. Like if you read about like those who believe in animism, they are heavily more focused on like all magic comes from the world beyond, the gods, the spirits. I draw that inspiration from them. That's what Nakala believes. But like the mentalist believes that it's all like this power you tap into when you center yourself. It all comes from within. So all these different thoughts, but then there's the syncretists who start to understand that like kind of like the Force, everyone can draw the same magic and pull it. So in this weird way, I think that's also why you would have an understanding of why someone would be like, how are you casting with an amulet? Versus those who are the Order of the Veil probably only cast with a symbol from the Order of the Veil, right? Or maybe the Order of the the Veiled Sun. So yeah, so whatever you choose will be. It's similar to D&D. It's like
Karasi is super vain, and she is her own god. So the amulet's just a picture of herself. Get out of here, Expecto Patronus, brother.
Yeah.
No.
Kira, I don't know if that weapon hitting the floor is perking your interest, but it is. The weapon, the instrument that you saw just fall out of.
Oh.
How many things do we roll?
Kira didn't see a damn thing.
Oh, Kira didn't see it. Kira didn't see it. So yeah, so everyone else sees it. So.
I think Shoyebi is going for it now.
Shoyebi is going to stop the group from dying to ghosts because I don't think any of you can fight ghosts.
If you are from Aldaria, I'm sorry, Akbalon, you would know it to be a what instrument? It would look like a kora.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was the person that was being attacked, was that the one that was holding the instrument?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's dead now. Yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's apparently somebody who Eddie met.
Yeah, because
yes.
she stopped him in the roadway before, and they were like, "Where are you going? Why are you over here watching us?" And then he got snatched up, and so
what I was going to.
It's so funny. This entire episode is essentially that last episode in reverse. That you all showed up, and then they got attacked by the skeletons.
Yeah.
What musical instrument did she say?
It's called a kora. I'll put a picture of it in Discord. It isn't.
It's not in the.
No. Oh, actually, I haven't added that one. I actually haven't added it.
Oh, it's a special one. Yeah, it's a special. It's an Akbalon specific.
And I don't think I've even added it in the instruments.
My original move was to let us drop the third assassin and then raise 3 again. But if you guys can't fight that ghost, then I need to go over there. I can't.
More
waste
tradition.
time
Yeah, I think we need some help.
I can give everyone a boon.
Cool.
Can your boon punch a ghost in the face? Do you have magical attacks yet, or like musical attacks, like disruption? Anything like that source, like music is my friend, and I can attack
that kind of thing.
Who knows?
I don't think Kira has anything like that, right?
Karasi, you got. Karasi's using her key, right? So her key or chi or cat energy can punch a ghost. Hopefully, we don't know. We haven't tried it.
We don't know.
I don't think Shower Hands says anything about hitting ghosts.
Not really.
All right. Well, I mean, we will let you try your banish. We will let you try your banish.
Help you guys
The
heal
banish
conditions, and I can give you boons.
Yeah.
So that should be huge.
Remind me when we're doing the rolls to level up, how many do I get to do?
It should be plus your dragons and your demons. It should be. It's 3+ or is it 4+? I rolled 5 last time, but I think it's because I rolled 2 dragons. Nick, do you remember?
Which one was it again? Which skill you're
For
talking about?
leveling up
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
end.
Leveling up
Experience 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4+.
4.
skills. 4+.
Yeah,
Okay.
4+.
Let me do that.
And this is like a smaller version of it, but you kind of play it. It's kind of more probably close to a loop, but you play it like in front of you. So when she was swinging it around, she was kind of trying to swing it around so she could hold it in front of her and start to pluck at it. And she got like, oh yeah, I realize that you can't see. I'm not showing my screen.
Is this what she's playing right now?
Yeah, it's the core.
In the music?
Yeah.
Hey.
What the lady?
Not
in the center.
him.
Not
Not
him.
him.
Guitar.
That's Sakura.
There you go.
Oh.
Yup. I was like, that's a big ass thing to be swinging low key.
Yeah, it's a smaller version. Yeah, it's a small core, but it's a core. There are smaller versions of it.
Yeah, there are.
There are.
There are. It's just.
Yeah, so I'll just show you.
So how many things do we roll?
4
you
plus
roll,
your dragons.
So
demons.
4 plus your dragons and any of your
Okay.
demons that you got. So yeah, that would be what you want to roll. And then, so there are a few extras where a player can ask for an extra roll if you play to your
weakness.
Your weakness. If you have a weakness that you play to really well, and you say, "Hey, then you can also." The group will decide. The group votes on it. So I don't know if anybody played to weaknesses tonight.
I need somebody to help me. Nobody does it.
What do you need?
He's
I asked
vain.
you this last time.
I'm vain, so I need somebody to hype me up.
Compliment you?
To go do something. Yeah. And be like,
Okay.
hey.
Why you
What?
could easily play to be in vain by doing.
I literally need somebody to convince me to do something because I'm vain.
Oh,
So it requires another person. Unless I'm like looking at myself in the stream and be like, yo, you can do this.
you know what
Look
I
at you.
imagine that I imagine that Shoyebi moves and acts like a. I imagine he walks like a character from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, 100%.
The flowing robes.
Yo, do you remember 17-year-old Pac? You remember Pac when you used to interview before he
Yes.
played
Yes,
that
that's
so
Shoyebi.
he a lot of love he in there. There's some moments with the way he does stuff.
Yeah,
But he definitely has a high opinion of himself.
I love it. Yeah, you don't always, but I think you could play that without someone asking him. to
Good
bring
shit.
that out.
Good roll, Karasi. That's what I'm talking about. We need mentalism to go high as possible.
Right?
Unfortunately, you don't get anything extra for dragon or that demon, even though it's a demon and it should get special stuff. Now I was being stingy. I'm just playing.
Wait, you don't get anything? What did I not give you? I always
If you
give
roll it, if we roll a demon
dragon
or
dragon
yeah,
or demon while you're it doesn't do anything. No.
Dang, stingy. Oh,
It unfortunately does not do.
let's try hunting fishing. Nope, fail.
Yeah, I somehow rolled super low on both of my skills that are also low.
Of course. Okay, let's try sneaking because I'm trying to be part of Team Sneak. I'm tired of y'all excluding me.
We could all benefit from being on Team Sneak.
Yeah.
Just do
I
better.
tried to level up sneak.
I'm
but
trying.
They
Team
said no,
Sneak!
you're sneaking out.
Team Sneak.
Hey. That's what I'm talking about. All right.
All right.
Nice. So I got,
Okay.
Sounds like tonight was some decent level ups.
I guess we're going for Team Stave for some reason. I guess I did hit somebody with the stick. Team Stick? Team Stick it
Yeah.
is! Okay.
Well, let me get as that goes up. Yeah, you'll show
Let me get this 18 right now just to piss off Mel.
What you about to try to max?
It would make sense. It would make sense that I level up in the undead crypt.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, it tracks.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, necroticism. Give it to me, baby. 15. Let's see.
It was close. It was close.
Close, so close.
I needed that one. I didn't need that one, but I want that one. Because I didn't waste my last one on syncretism.
You'll get another heroic ability too,
Yeah,
right?
like I need another heroic. Not that I wait, like, syncretism's gonna take a while to be beneficial.
Yeah. Nice.
It's alright. It's alright. I see everybody is also trying to get their good stuff up to try to get to that 18. I love it.
So, Malcolm, so
Yes.
at the beginning of the game when I rolled, I think it was a 20 or something to learn the spells.
And you
You
failed.
said to mark an intelligence one, right?
Yes.
And then I got a dragon on another one. So does that mean I do 6 total?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, so I have one more then. Just wanted to check before.
Yep, that's right. That's absolutely correct.
That's alright. The more we roll, the more we go level up eventually.
Yep.
Exactly. That's
So let me see how many I've done. This one.
what I always kind of like about it, because like in D&D, like I really kind of like the idea that you kind of get the benefits of both a milestone experience and a level up experience, and that you get to, and it puts a lot less of the stress on the DM to figure out how many points, if you do want to do experience points, which is in that cool way, like you always are getting a benefit, and you always get to roll more dice, which is always a benefit at the end of every single session, versus like, because if otherwise I always do milestone. So this way you all can level up and possibly even earn something that I wasn't expecting you to get. So
Man.
yeah, like my Jameson in my last game, he just maxed out another skill and took a new school of ability. So like, yeah, some certain people are like starting to like
In your Sunday game or
in
in
the
your
Wednesday game.
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, he's
God, I'm not even close to.
he rolls on the
maxing
same thing
anything.
over and over until he maxes it, and then.
But they're multiple sessions behind and he's already maxed something out?
Yeah, because he maxed out his. They've done more than 4 sessions, and he maxed his magic school. So he just went all the way up. He started at 14, and then he just hit it 18, and now he got a new magic school. So, yeah. So.
He started at 14, huh?
Yeah, because we started at 7 with your starting. If his intelligence was high enough to start with 7, that's double to 14. So.
Yeah, I also started at 14. I just I have also been rolling necroticism every time and haven't gotten to 18
Well, I've been
yet.
rolling mine every time too, and I'm only at a 13.
He got a bit lucky, but yeah, I think they've done.
That boy definitely gets lucky with his rolls.
Yeah.
Well, this will be interesting.
Yeah. That should be a good time.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it
no.
could be a lot worse because you guys got the jump. You guys this could have been like an all-out fight with them before the skeletons even rose and all that stuff. There was a number of
True.
different ways it could go. This is probably the best case scenario because like the way you all rolled leading to get there, you end up being able to get the free like the jump. So that's all in your favor at least.
Yeah. But we need to do whatever we can to get at least Karasi in front of Takula.
I
And
thought for
hopefully-
a second you all were gonna. I was like, I really think they're gonna go up there and then seal the tomb and lock him inside, and then
Malcolm, how do we get the merchandise if we lock it inside?
well, here's the thing. Okay, there was a chance. So remember when Nikki was waiting to did the 15-minute mark ever hit? You were waiting to 15 minutes.
Well, I was waiting for either 15 minutes or a scream. And so when the
Got
scream
it.
happened, I started running.
And I was waiting for the 15-minute mark, but then I was also making checks because basically I was translating your in-world roleplay to rolls, and then I also had made a few rolls for what they were doing down there, and then I had also made some rolls for how smart I thought Quasimon might be in the situation to avoid the triggering of the bad thing. They made a few passes, but then they eventually failed. So when they failed, it was just a matter of time of when they were going to fail, and that just happened to align when you all were about to when Jason did the thing. But I was like, if you'd have waited even like if I knew you weren't like you're gonna wait even a little bit longer, then I think they probably would have triggered it, which would have probably just given you a chance to.
Yeah, we would have just
because right after you raised them. So here's the thing: when you raised them, I was about to go into how they were going to start murdering them, and then you were going to realize that after that first round, they're not yours.
Yeah.
But when Takula's like, I'm jumping down the shaft, I was like, oh, well, that's it. They're going. They're all going in. Like,
Yeah.
This is about to be.
It was just the perfect timing. As soon as I cast it, they
a round later, you might have been able to go, oh shit, let's just close it up and let them all get like murdered inside.
Yeah.
Right. Like and then go in with the bodies afterwards. But then there would have been skeletons you still have to fight. You're right. Like.
Yeah. I think right now is our best bet because at least we're not.
Yeah. I don't think you did anything. I was just wondering what you were going to do. So yeah, this was I did not see all the zombies getting washed away in the first scene.
Bruh.
I'm sure under her breath, Crossy's like, good riddance.
Honestly, that was a hilarious moment. I did not think you were going to miss almost all those rolls like that.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I thought it was gonna be pretty much a given with the armor of the zombies. Because even with the stream, like I felt like they would go directly to the bottom and have to drag themselves across. Mm-hmm. So I didn't expect to lose both of those. That was bad. Losing both of the armored zombies. Yeah, well, the armored zombie and the one carrying your armor.
That was sad.
It was wild. Like,
hey, but at least we kept Tiny Bones.
We did keep Tiny Bones. And don't think for a second that armor we're going back for that armor.
We marked it on our map.
Yeah. There's a pin
Let
in
it
there.
be known.
And it was like a perilous river crossing. I thought it was gonna be like this short little quick encounter where they decide how they get across the river. But it just turned into this oh shit,
everyone's
that
going
was the
down.
Most entertaining time I've ever had where I set up a situation with miniatures and there was no fighting. It was just everybody's failing and falling in the water.
We're just all slowly going into the river.
That was great.
This is who me and Nick keep referring to. There's a Magic the Gathering creature who is a black staple.
Oh my god.
Tiny Bones. I love Tiny Bones. He's hilarious.
He is the biggest he's the biggest little piece of shit.
Like him.
I hate him so much.
Is this a real card or is this
It is a real card. Yeah. Yeah, little homie Tiny Bones be doing his thing.
Wow.
He's not as cute in other images. Like I think this is the one that we play on Arena